Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome your counter view show on Monday. Of course, Man United play Everton today for a chance to go third, to close the gap on Aston Villa. Actually today they are targeting third, of course. Liverpool win, Chelsea fumble again at home. Second game in a row they fumble, of course. Man City convincing win against Newcastle, but Arsenal, of course, smashing Spurs. Of course, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to actually push away the narrative about the bottling and all the stuff and all the thing that has been said over the last week, also over the last 5-6 days. Liverpool win at the end with a goal from McAllister, of course, after scoring another goal and get chopped off. And mentality monsters are back from the beginning of the season under Mr. Arne Slot. Liverpool shambolic first half, got dominated from Nottingham Forest, to be honest. But then at the end, they come through and they get 3 points to put pressure on Chelsea.
How is it mentality monsters? Again, what we doing?
Because you kept going. Because you kept going until the last minute.
It's that payment they gave in the last minute to score an offside goal.
It's not an offside goal.
I saw your watch along.
Ekitike was offside. Ekitike was offside. Anyone. We've all kicked ball here. We've all played football here, right?
Yes.
Well,
we all know that Ekitike was interfering with play in an offside position. No one can tell me he wasn't. He jumped up for the header.
He didn't jump up for the header. He did.
No, he definitely did. He definitely did.
No,
the ball was put over to him and Van Dijk's section. If Van Dijk doesn't get that, if Van Dijk doesn't get that, Ekitike heads it. Yeah,
no, he doesn't, because it went over his head. What are we doing? It went over Ekitike's head.
How tall Ekitike is?
Did it go over his head? Yes or no?
No, it didn't go over his head.
Yes, it did. Because he went in front of Van Dijk and he had nothing to do with the play. Because it went over his head. What are we doing here?
Mate, Ekitike was an offside position. We all know Ekitike was offside.
Yes,
right?
and didn't interfere with
Yes, okay.
He wasn't an offside position.
So moving on from the fact that he wasn't an offside position.
If he's on the pitch, he's interfering with play. He's interfering with play. It's an offside goal.
No, you're being ridiculous. Okay.
And they scored it, and
stop screaming at us. Stop yelling at us. We know that he's in an offside position, right? We know that he's in an offside position. If he's on the pitch, he's not interfering. No, he's not interfering. I don't think so.
But the ball goes over his head. It goes to Van Dijk's head.
There you go. If it goes over his head, he's still interfering with play because the Nottingham Forest players are looking at it going, he's going to head of that. They're thinking he's going to head of that. The goalkeeper's looking, his eyes are looking onto the ball and seeing Ekitike.
When it's over his head.
Have you ever kicked ball? before?
Yes, I have. And when you go for a
header,
he didn't
if you
challenge
kick ball,
the
goalkeeper doesn't watch the players. The goalkeeper watches the ball. So he's watching the ball.
The goalkeeper has nothing to do with the play.
And he sees Ekitike.
The goalkeeper's nowhere near. There was no defender covered. There was no defender marking him. There was no defender anywhere near him. It went over his head. Van Dijk won the header.
He was offside because he was offside. Why would a defender mark someone offside?
I beg, stop with the bitching, bro. I swear to God.
It's not bitching. If you're a kick ball, you understand.
You sound like you're bitching right now.
Do you get what I'm saying? The goalkeeper's watching him going, looking at the ball. He sees Ekitike.
The goalkeeper was nowhere near it, near the play. The goalkeeper was nowhere near the play. Ortega was nowhere near the play.
To be fair, I'm looking it over right now. Ola Aina was marking Ekitike, and then all of a sudden it went to Van Dijk, and Ola Aina had to get Van Dijk. So I mean, you can make the argument. It's a very gray area. You can go either way.
Ola Aina was marking Ekitike. I know he wasn't. Ola Aina was marking Van Dijk. That was his man.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Ola Aina's right next to Ekitike, and then he realizes it's over Ekitike's head, and then Van Dijk is there. So it's just like, in a sense, I hear both arguments, but at the same time, you're right, Rams. It goes over his head, so it's technically he's not involved with the play. Like it's a weird one.
You could argue it's an overhit cross. People can do that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one.
How are people really think it's offside? Like, people really think it's offside?
Ask everyone on the panel if it's.
I don't think it's offside.
Patrick,
I think it's offside.
I don't know, man. I
didn't watch the game
because no. I watched the game. It's just that the thing is, all of us on this panel have got dodgy calls. So what's the point?
Happened to me.
Not saying it's a dodgy call. I think look. Wait. The first one, I think it's understandable, but the second one, I see nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna tell you guys something about playing football. Someone marking me while I'm offside, if I don't interfere with the play, that is not my fault, by the way. You guys know that, right? Because I didn't impede them from making the right decision. It's in the law. I played football, still play. I'm going to tell you that if I'm offside and someone marking me when I'm offside, unless I impede them, which isn't the law, from going to the play, I interfere with the play, which is I impede them from going towards making a tackle or clearances, it's not my fault. Ekitike moved away from the ball, didn't even jump for it. I just watched it again, by the way. He didn't jump for the ball touchline. He didn't jump for the ball. He moved away from the ball because him and Milinkovic, they realized he's going over their head. So I watched it again.
So he's no longer in play. He's not
in play. Him and Milinkovic are
not in play. No longer in play, bro. If you're on the pitch, you're interfering with play. This is how it is. This is the same fan base, by the way. This is the same fan base that was bitching about Van Dijk's getting disallowed when he ducked under the ball. Against Man City.
No, it was different.
No, do you know why?
Because you just said Ekitike ducked onto the ball.
He didn't duck. He didn't even duck. He didn't duck.
He just went over his head.
He didn't duck under the ball at all. He didn't duck under the ball. He didn't walk away.
Interference is so subjective. You could have the case. You can make the case that anyone is interfering with play, even if within like 5 meters away, because they're distracting the keeper or like I don't know, making funny faces.
Yes,
and, making the defenders laugh. So it's very subjective. You're never going to.
But touchline is saying that the problem is subjective. It goes for Liverpool. Well, touchline, I'm just going to tell you this. Everyone got calls like this, but Man United is the only club that they drew the line every time from a different place to get a player offside or onside, like what happened against Burnley in the first round. But anyway,
I don't know.
Liverpool, did Liverpool deserve the win, though? So, okay, we'll just talk about that. Did Liverpool deserve the win?
No.
But I want to go back. I want to go back to a conversation that happened between Staffy, Osam, myself, and Ashraf. Liverpool attack is whack. Was whack. Was terrible.
Their team's terrible, bro.
The whole team is terrible.
Not the whole team, but not the whole team. Their midfield's good.
They're terrible.
Terrible.
It's playing bad, but their midfield is good. But in general, I can't say they deserve to win. I can't say they deserve to lose because Nottingham Forest didn't deserve to win the game as well. Because if you don't take your chances, you don't deserve to win the game. And they had plenty of half chances, not like proper chances, but half chances to do something.
They had chances, just the quality wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying. They had bare chances on the edge of the box where you could thread a cross.
No. They had chances. They had chances in the box, but the quality.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, Hudson-Odoi, everyone knows his chance running through on goal in the first 2 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the end of the day, Nottingham Forest didn't do enough to win the game. But yeah, in terms of Liverpool, their attack is terrible. Their Gakpo is it's too. As well, there's no balance in it. Yeah, there's no runner. There's no one that wants to run in behind. No one wants to stretch the defense. Gakpo and that they all want to play with the Ekitike wants to drop deep, and then Salah wants to get the ball as well, and Gakpo wants to get the ball. You need someone that stretches the back line and runs in behind, like Diaz would have been, or a dribbler. Do you get what I'm saying? Someone that wants to stretch the defense. You don't have that. Well, you do have it in Rio, but he doesn't play.
No, the only player that does the runs in behind, unfortunately, in our team is Chiesa.
That's what I'm saying. And he's just yeah. And the only person that's a dribbler in your team is Rio.
Thing is, for me, right? I've always said and maintained this: the 4-3-3, the wingers in our team is just not going to work anymore. We have a player in Salah who can't dribble anymore like he used to back in like 21, 22. We have Gakpo who's just doing the same thing, very predictable, and there's nothing's ever going to change with him. You have to change the system to get the best out of the players, and for me, the diamond is the way forward. The one thing that we lacked in that game yesterday, in particular, was midfield presence. What do you do if you have no midfield presence? Add another midfielder onto the pitch to try and get some control, and we didn't have that at all. And it's come to a point where, look, the only way we're going to be in the top 5 is through player quality alone and standards from some of these players. At the end of the day, and for me. If you look at that,
the fact that we're sitting here, Ram, and thinking that Man United are the closest to the top 5 is actually criminal. It's actually crazy.
Our team's actually very, very disrespected by a lot of people. They think we got some.
I know. But the fact that in the beginning of the season, Chelsea was spoken about as the team that might challenge. Liverpool was spoken about the team that will win the title ahead of everyone after the signing.
It's a Manchester thing because people do it to Man City as well. They sit there and say at the start of every season, Man City are going to be washed this season, and then they end up.
They finished hands with Spurs, the bottom of the table, bro. Come on,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. We finished 15th, but we signed 4 very good players, and also we had a manager tax as well.
Can we talk about Ekitike briefly?
Again, but touchline.
Okay, I'm gonna go to you, Mark.
We'll go to
where you come from. Just give me a second.
We'll go to the Ekitike thing. I know what you're doing.
No. I'm not doing anything.
No. I know you do. I'm not, and I've been doing streams with you for a very long time.
I saw a really funny thing on Twitter where someone said someone from FPL was mad at Ekitike not taking that chance, and they said that he's the only striker he's seen that's got a rhombus for a forehead.
Yeah, that I died. I died when I heard that. But we'll get to it.
Okay.
I don't think it's a Manchester thing because I think even at the start of the season, we got Patrick here as a City fan. I've always said that the signing that they made it's just not been the one. Only until they made the signings of Semenyo and Gay, where we're like,
you didn't think Shirky was the one.
No, but it's my main issue was the defense. The defense,
and as of now, Shirky is the. By the way, we're gonna come to City. By the way, Shirky has had this period in the middle when he climbed the table of the assist to be the top assister of the league, and then Pep Guardiola even doesn't trust him in the lineup. His best lineup, Pep Guardiola doesn't have Shirky in him.
It's the
best lineup because of the.
It does.
It's the individuality. No.
It's Pep Guardiola himself. Like Pep Guardiola himself doesn't have Shirky in their best lineup, which is the one that started against.
But touchline.
He has been resting him for 3 games.
In a minute, he's going through the when Doku comes back in the side, you'll see Shirky back in the side.
Yeah, do you know what? I
don't want to go to City anymore.
No. That's one thing on Turkey. Do you know what's funny with Pep Guardiola? He was playing Ford in Turkey every single game. Now he's just switched. He's playing the AFCON players now. I think he does.
He doesn't trust that system at the moment because that system was dropping points. That's not because Shirky's
the most direct.
Because I saw Shirky in his last game.
Because Shirky is a luxury player on the pitch.
Yeah,
and Pep Guardiola cannot have luxury players on the pitch, especially if the team is not as solid as before.
He's an individual who relies on individual.
Say that again.
So why not let Chelsea have him then if you don't want to use him?
No, he's gonna use him.
I'd love him, bro. I'd love Shirky,
mate. I love Shirky. Yeah.
No, but he's a player he's an individual player, and if you look at there's only one player in the history of Pep Guardiola's career that was an individual player, and that was Lionel Messi. And he had
KDB also. KDB also didn't give a
shit. He's not an individual player like that. not like a Turkey, because Messi was an individual player because it's Lionel Messi. De Bruyne could still play in a system. If you ask him to do the system role, he will do the system role.
I think it's an admission from Pep that Turkey can't do what needs to be done physically in the first half hour, maybe 60 minutes of a game, because a lot of Pep's teams now is a lot about directness. They've got to go long, quickly. They've got to win duels. He understands how the game's changed. Turkey's not that guy. He's the guy that comes on and sources while everyone else is tired and stuff like that. I think he's playing him well.
I completely disagree with the fact that Turkey's only a player that can come off the bench. I think Turkey's balled it out.
Do you know how many minutes Turkey played this season? Out of 22 games or 23 games.
I'm not on about the minutes he's playing. I'm on about when he's
the minutes is part of football. The minutes.
No, I agree.
I
know why he's not playing. I agree why he's not playing, because defensively, Pep's already said in an interview before that defensively, Turkey's not good. He wants him to improve defensively. Yeah, because I understand that. Like, Foden isn't good defensive, but Foden has work rate. Foden will run around. Yeah, I'm saying Turkey won't even run around, right? But I'm saying when I've watched Turkey, for me, and I said it last year when he was at Lyon, that he's got potential to be one of the best players on the planet. If top 3 players on the planet, that's how good the talent he is. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he should have gone City, because that's why I said at the time, because I don't think he suits with Pep. I don't think Pep likes players like him. But yeah, that's. I'm just.
Can we go back? Let's go back to the. Let's go back to that. No, let's go back to the. Let's go. Okay, what do you want to say about Ekitike before? I want to go to Man United and Chelsea in a bit, but what do you want to say about Ekitike, Mort?
I think we've come back to a little bit more normalcy in the discussion of Ekitike after the start of the season, where people were putting him in Henri conversations and stuff like that.
Oh my God, really?
I think it's important.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't atone for some of the stupidity on Twitter. So,
well, I just think that like there's a certain same with Turkey. There's like this maybe the first impression is a little bit more than they can maintain for the rest of the season. But shout out Gyokeres for equaling Ekitike's goal tally, and just wanted to make sure everyone knew that.
There it is, waiting for it. I told you what. I've been doing streets for you for so long, bro. I know what you're gonna do.
I had to throw it in there. I had to do it. I had to throw it.
True,
That's a good game, to be fair.
Like, Gyokeres has come under so much stick. Ekitike has been the golden child, and Gyokeres has got the same goals as him.
Yeah, I think Rio is actually Liverpool's best. Like,
it's kind of dark, to be honest with you. It's kind of. If you look at the numbers, Ekitike has 2 assists. That's about it, or 3 assists. That's it. Gyokeres has the same goals. That's dark.
But no one judges strikers on assists.
But for signing of the season and flop of the season to have the same goals within like 1 month, it's actually crazy.
I mean, it was signing of the season but it changes, because we were talking about signing the season when he was in good form. Now he's not in good form. So
so we just got to update the record.
It's got to be updated, bro. It's got to be.
The point is, Gyokeres was never the flop of the season.
Flop
of the season plays for Liverpool, but
no one's saying. Okay, that's by the by. But no one said. But everyone was saying at the time, Gyokeres was meant to be the bagsman. We always went off the narrative of what it was meant to be. Ekitike was meant to be the sub, and Isak be the starter. Gyokeres was meant to be the guy that does what Havertz couldn't do, that what Jesus couldn't do, which was be the guy that gets the goals. That's why there was a lot of criticism on him. I think it was a bit. The only thing I criticized with Gyokeres is that I don't think he's a very good footballer in general. There's a reason why I said maybe Arteta was onto something when he said Sesko may be a better fit for his team, because I think Arteta prefers a footballer, a striker, rather than.
No, Sesko's not great as a footballer anyway. But this is a new.
Again, that's besides the point. Again, it goes back to just Arteta prefers him as a footballer compared to Gyokeres. It's as simple as that. But the one thing I've always mentioned about Ekitike, there was a reason why we had to sign both of them, because Ekitike is still not the finished article. Like, you could tell there's still so many flaws in his game. Even though he's very, very talented, you saw a lot of qualities that he had. There are flaws in his game, like the types of finishes that he had, especially specifically when one of his best games against Newcastle at home. Some of the finishes that he was doing, like, sometimes your decision making when it comes to finishes is quite poor. And like you guys said, the guy can't head a ball to save his life. I mean, I don't know what it is. For some reason, players that are 6'2" and are lanky can't head a ball. I don't know why.
All
I gotta say, Ekitike, if you're watching this, I hope you are watching this. But please do get some striking lessons from David Trezeguet. Don't go to Thierry Henry, go to Trezeguet, because he's the only guy that could actually head a ball in that France team.
Yeah. Listen, for Liverpool, I'm not sure. I think Liverpool will make top 5 for some with just sheer will and
They
just
need
this
Salah
thing.
to do
Yeah, I
something,
agree.
right?
I think they get 4.
I think they will get. I think Liverpool will get top 5 somehow, one way or the other. I think it will be between Villa and Chelsea to miss out. I think the next run for Chelsea is ridiculous.
Eze has more goals than Salah. Like, this can't actually be happening with only 10 games.
Salah, I think Mohamed Salah is finished.
That's why for me, that's why for me the diamond is the way forward for this team. Because the fact that Salah can't do touchline winger no more, get him closer to goal, get him with a strike partner with someone.
My problem with the narrative is people. My problem is with people saying that Salah is the problem. He is one of the problems, but they have so many other problems.
So
Liverpool,
so many issues.
I think.
No, but
you
know
Liverpool,
it is though, Mo. They always want a scapegoat. You know, they always want a scapegoat. Do you know what I'm saying? It is just
Liverpool always love this other
fan
base.
No. Hang on.
Fans in general love a scapegoat.
I think Mohamed Salah. It is very hard for me to see him again get to the 25 years.
Because it sounds great for them because it's like, if we just get rid of Salah, we're going to be good again. No, that's not. You've got more problems than Salah, bro. Trust me. You get rid of Salah and you replace him with someone else. You're still going to be.
I'd argue from the Liverpool fan base that Gakpo has been more of a scapegoat for the team than Salah. Rightly so, because Gakpo has been horrendous this season. So has Salah. But Gakpo has been more of a scapegoat for the Liverpool fans than it has been for Salah. And again, for me, it's all about it's systemically what the issue, tactically and formation and structurally, which has been such an issue. For me, that's why I'm most probably going to get tired of me saying the diamond. There's a reason why I say the diamond would work for this team. More midfielders and having our strikers more closer towards goal. And our better players closer towards goal. Because the last thing I want to see is Mo Salah on that wing trying to beat his man when the guy's 33. Get him closer to goal, try and make stuff happen, play with another striker, ideally Ekitike at this moment in time. We might see an upturn in performances. On paper, and me saying this, it sounds good. I think it can work. But the problem is we don't try it because the manager's insisting on playing this style of football and this type of...
Slot hates Salah, right? Like, I think we've worked that out that they're not best buds. I don't think he's going to platform Salah.
They're not best.
Yeah, if he's staying, Salah.
Martin. Hate is a strong word, man.
Hate is a strong word.
I don't think they like it. I don't think they like each other.
Yeah. I think that like it's not Salah's fault. It's like you marry a woman and she gets old, and you know she's going to get old, and you know it's not her fault. It's just part of the process, right? And I think that people said this when Salah was up for renewal, that you're going to base your team around someone who's, you know, he's at that edge, at the cliff. So you took.
Yeah, we want them. Yeah.
They thought he was Ronaldo, innit? That's what they thought.
Yeah, and you know what? We want Liverpool fans, take the money and run away. Not what you have. If we need a player who's finished,
depends.
Salah is even worse than. I think he's one of the worst wingers in the league right now.
No, but Patrick, it depends.
Yeah, but this is what Salah has been without the goals, and not because I'm not going to disrespect, say like
that is true. You're right.
But his general play has always been quite bad. That's one thing we've always criticised him for. He's never been a dribbler. He's never been someone that gets the ball and draws fouls and stuff like that. He doesn't do that. Yeah. He's always been the final third. And he's one of the best
kind
ever.
Of an anomaly with all the assists and stuff.
But he's no longer in that final third of phase.
I hear that.
That's the problem. That's why I say move him at striker, because for me on paper it works. Just try it out. I just haven't seen it. I want to see it. If it doesn't work, cool. I hold my hands up. It didn't work. Maybe we've got to move the guy on. But I haven't seen it being used into practice, and I think it can work. That's why I ask him to to change the structure and everything like that. But Patrick, the only reason I say don't cash in, I need guarantees that we need a bad boy right winger if he does leave. And I'm not talking about Yan Diomande. I am not putting a 19-year-old to be a replacement for Salah.
You need Semenyo.
Elise.
Semenyo is not a bad boy right winger.
Elise.
Semenyo is a good goal scorer, but he
Elise, you need Elise or you need Yamal?
Mo, don't entertain Elise, bruv. Then you got more chance of me signing for Liverpool than Elise. Yeah. That ain't happening.
Why?
And also,
he's just about to sign a new. He's just about to sign. Don't tell me he just signed. Oh, they just signed. See, this Isak thing is gas people. Yeah, that is Isak converts, great signings, but they're anomalies. I know Liverpool. They don't sign players like that. Yeah, and even that's why the guys are so gassed.
I told you the situation with Elise.
Doué, someone from Barcola, saying like that from PSG. Yeah. Elise is Bayern Munich's main guy. They are a bigger club than you.
Musiala's been the main guy.
No, he's not. Elise's about to get a new 500 grand a week contract, bro. He's their main guy. He's going to get a new 500k a week contract. He is their main guy.
This season, Elise's been the main guy because Musiala's not been available.
Who is Bayern's main guy when everyone is fit?
Do you want me to bring up my Bayern, mate? I've got mine, mate. You'll tell you Elise's their best player.
Not even
that. Yes, but everyone knows Musiala is the golden boy of Bayern Munich. Everyone knows this. Come on.
Hold on. Musiala's the golden boy. Why did last week you say that they wanted to sign Wirtz and put Musiala on the left wing? Because Wirtz is better than Musiala.
Because they do that for Germany. What are we doing? They both.
Why are they trying to replace their golden boy? Is your own words, by the way, because they weren't. But that's what you said.
Then what? So they could both. So you're saying they both can't exist?
You're starting because you know I'm right.
You say they both can't coexist.
No, I'm saying they can, but you said last week they couldn't coexist. They were trying to replace Musiala with Wirtz. That's what you said last week.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
You did. You said, "Oh, get the Musiala," because Bayern Munich were trying to sign Wirtz, even though I said.
Again, did I say Wirtz was better than Musiala? Did you think?
Yes. I've got a photographic memory. Yeah, it was on the show. I think it was last week. Yeah, it was.
Because I've always maintained Musiala is the better player than
it was you. I know.
It wasn't because I've said, look, I've been on Flawless's channel. I've been on Mo's channel. I've always maintained Musiala.
I like how you guys roll the fight from like
Musiala is the golden.
Can I ask you something?
Anyway, this is very it's very like I don't think it's
Musiala is the golden boy of Germany, let alone Bayern.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you something? How are you going to get rid of Salah? Like, who's going to buy him?
Saudi.
They love him.
Saudis obviously.
Saudis don't want him anymore. They don't.
Mo, you're more well tuned to answer.
So I'm gonna tell you the problem with the Saudi thing now. You know why Newcastle didn't buy people in January, right? Actually, people think it's PSR. I was listening to the Guardian podcast and someone that is well informed about the financial situations of the club and the PFI and all these people, and he was saying that the Saudis actually cut a little bit of the funds from their World Cup investments, from their club investments, because of the barrel price. I don't think that the Saudis will offer him that much money as we think they will.
Haven't they got FFP now in Saudi?
It's not FFP. That the whole country have cut investments in football. It's not like a deep pocket as we think. They are still deep, but it's not an unlimited fund. It's not something that you can just put your hand and just get money out of that pocket anymore. They cut some of the funds.
What about the likes of Al Nasser, Al Etihad, Al Ali?
All of these are just to let you know, Ram. The whole country is owned by the royal family. That's just
no. But there's certain teams in Saudi that are
owned by the royal family. It's all instructions from
but not like Al Etihad. They're not owned by the royal family.
Everything in the country is owned by the royal family.
Like every single club.
No, I don't think you understand. The whole country is owned by the royal family. It's I don't think you understand.
I understand.
Everything. Like there is nothing happens, but if the royal family doesn't say that we're not spending a lot of money on football, it doesn't happen.
What about? Do you think Salah? No, Salah probably won't go.
That's why the Newcastle investments are going less. That's why they didn't get anybody in January, not because of PSR, because they didn't want to invest in January. Newcastle. But anyway, he will go. He might go to Saudi. He might make some more money. He might want to stay, right, until the end of his contract to make a signing bonus from Saudi, right? He might want to stay there. I don't know. Patrick, that question is valid. Who's going to buy him? Because Liverpool are going to demand like 60, 70, 80 million from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, nobody's paying that.
No one is paying this, bro. You're not making you're not making 25 million pounds.
That's why
making 25, 30 million.
That's why
you can go like Inter or something. Go to that Grandad League.
No, nobody has the money to pay his wage.
Not in Italy.
That's the problem. People will take him. Juventus will take him. Milan will take him. Inter will take him. Nobody has. Nobody's gonna pay him 400k pounds a week.
Maybe
because of the club.
How much do Napoli pay Kevin De Bruyne?
No, I don't know. Not a lot. Not a lot.
Not a
But also
lot?
there is one more thing you have to. Kevin De Bruyne was a free agent. There's free agent.
He's not even getting the money.
playing him a lot.
Look, the money he was getting at City, I think it's not even half of it. It's like he just went there for vibes.
Yeah, but even then, Rams, like I think you and a lot of Liverpool fans need to let go of this idea that you're gonna find a Salah replacement. Salah is a one of a kind. Salah is very generational player. Where like, and also like Rams, you're a Liverpool fan. You know, this is the first season. This is an anomaly. This is one of the first windows where you guys signed these 150 million. Like you tried to be Chelsea, you tried to be City, and it backfired on you. You really think your owners are going to do the same thing and spend that kind of money on Olise? It's not going to happen. You're going to get an up-and-coming talent. You're going to be happy with it. And then 3 or 4 seasons pass by, he's going to be great, and you're going to be even more happier. That's how Liverpool works, man.
But then by that point, by that point, Salah has to stay.
To do what?
Salah has to stay because if we're gonna get up
To
and
do
coming
what?
young player, do what? Play, bro. Of course he's gonna play.
Look, let me say that I think Salah staying at Liverpool will cause trouble. Because do you remember the speech he made recently, where he was dropped by a manager? What if the next manager comes in, drops him for a younger player? Do you remember what he said? He said, "I have done so much for this club. I don't need to prove myself to play." I think he's more trouble than I'm telling you. It's going to be so much trouble keeping this guy.
But then it'll be a lot
let him go.
It's easier to let him go because one thing, he just signed the contract in April.
How long is his contract for?
He's going to be on a free next season. Next season. So if he talks next season, then we're like, yeah, you're going to go at the end of the season. Don't worry, you can do whatever. Like, cool. That's what I'm saying. If Olise is unattainable, so to speak, and we get Yan Diomande, Salah has to stay. Because say for instance, Yan Diomande comes in, everyone's going to be like, you're going to be the Salah replacement, which is a bit unrealistic because we bought Wirtz for a reason, we bought Isak for a reason. However, he's going to be occupying that right-hand side. And whether you like it or not, the English media are going to be like, this is Salah's replacement. They're going to
Did you guys ever replace Firmino?
The basic pitch analysis, unfortunately.
Did you ever replace Firmino? Because you guys kept talking about your Firmino replacement, but never happened, right?
You can replace people in different ways or recreate them in different ways.
Yeah. Anyway, listen. I want to move on from guys. We have over 400 people in the house. Can we get some likes up, guys? We are only on 80 likes, so can we get the likes up? The likes up. Put the channel out there. So hit that like button. Back to Gyokeres all the time. Glad he's firing. I said it on the show that he can still get crucial goals in the running. Boring Arsenal 56 goals. City 56 goals. We'll come to that, Wayne. I have to come to the Arsenal attack and versus City, but I want to go to Chelsea and Man United. Do Chelsea have a better team than Man United?
As in the starting 11.
We're talking start 11, Mo.
Starting 11, no chance.
No
chance. We've got better defense, better attack, better midfield.
I don't know about better midfield, but
not one of them midfielders starts for us. Not one of them midfielders starts for us.
I think it's 50-50. Can we go through the? Can we go?
You don't think Caicedo is better than Casemiro?
No way.
Just because Casemiro is the most.
He might be the most overrated midfielder I've ever seen in my life.
He's becoming overrated, but that don't mean he's crap.
The guy got booked 7 games in a row. 7 games in a row.
And what's Casemiro? Didn't he get sent off against Chelsea earlier this season?
I don't know if it was. Yeah,
are we talking red cards? Bear in mind, by the way, that should never have been a red card. By the way, he got a double.
And half of the yellows Caicedo gotten shouldn't have been yellows, but this is the unlikelihood of how he makes tackles. We have bad refereeing in this country. Why are we pretending we don't?
Guys, one at a time, so we can hear each other.
Martin, what we doing?
Giving Patrick a headache over there, man. But
Patrick, are you getting a headache?
I think it's sad.
Patrick, guys, let Patrick just quickly. Patrick, have you to say about this?
Go, Pat.
You wanted to say something.
You know, okay, let me be honest, right? Bruno Fernandes is top class. I always told people, or when people used to want to sell him, a lot of Man United fans used to say, sell Bruno. I'd be like, be careful. He's a baller. But the thing is, apart from Bruno, I'm sorry, I am not taking Casemiro over Caicedo. I'm not doing that. I'm taking Caicedo to City. Obviously, Kobe Mainoo and Enzo Fernandez, I think that's where I can start doing a negotiation. But come on, you can say the whole midfield is better.
Yeah, I do. I think it is.
Can I ask you, sir?
Attributes if you want.
Okay, so let's say what if I say I drop? What about the wingers? All of them are better.
Oh, 100%. Oh my god, dude, my wingers.
Well, no, speaking of, we don't have a left.
Wait, isn't Cole Palmer a winger? Cole Palmer is the winger.
Cole Palmer is a winger.
No, Cole Palmer's playing as a 10. You could play him as a winger, but he's playing.
If you
as
want to play him as a winger, then I'd hear starting him.
Yeah, of course.
Left wing.
Your strikers better. I know your strikers are better. Your strikers are better.
Yeah.
The thing is that we got so many attackers in it. Like overall, our attack is better than theirs.
Yeah.
But
can we go through the team?
If you're going 4-3-3, that they've got a left wing.
Go through the team.
Can we go through the entire team, please?
We have done through this many times. We have done through this many times.
We'll do it again.
It's depressing for Marshall because they've gone from being better squad than Arsenal, and now Man United are like you're below Man United. Like, what happened to this Chelsea squad? They were like. They were on this pedestal, and now they're being forced to be compared with bums.
Well, the thing is, like, player for player, United have always had overall a better team. They just have horrible managing. Like defense, like our center backs, like obviously are shit. Like you can make an argument maybe for Fofana, but like I'm taking De Ligt, I'm taking Lenny Yoro. Like they've had Martinez, like they've had overall better seasons.
But isn't that revisionism? Because no one was rating Shaw, no one was rating Maguire, no one was rating Yoro, no one was rating Martinez.
People were calling De Ligt as the most failed
our squad's been massively disrespected by a lot of people.
I would say they were underutilized. Like you had Dalot playing left wing back at some point. Like it was ridiculous.
Ahmad was wing back.
They wasn't even playing Kobe Mainu. Like this like Carrick came in and actually put players in their positions and actually played players that deserve to play. Who knows? Maybe because he's a midfielder, he realizes Ugarte is not good. Like these little factors that, like, once you put everything in place, like things work out. Just like Chelsea, like if you get a proper center back, maybe the team actually is in second place fighting for a title.
Would you have Shaw? Would you have Shaw and Dalot over James and Cucurella?
Oh no, no. We have the best fullbacks.
James are good. Cucurella and James are good, yeah.
I'd have Shaw over Cucurella. I wouldn't have.
No. Oh man. Hey, listen, I rate that you back the club, but I don't know.
I don't know why that's causing faces.
I do believe Mark Cucurella is a good player, but he's a bitch.
Cucurella is another one.
Well, you say that as a rival. He gets on your nerves, sure.
No, he's a bitch, but he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a bitch that plays left wing, center mid, attacking mid. Then he goes from to left back to defend. Yeah, he's a bitch, sure.
You're not the only one. I also call Gabriel.
I think Gusto starts for United. Gusto starts for United. He's a baller.
Ahead of who?
Dalot.
Of whatever you have. I think whatever you have.
No way does he get ahead of Dalot, Mazraoui.
Can I say one thing on Chelsea? And I don't know more if you agree with me on this. I think we said this before last year. I think we had a show. Looking at these Chelsea players, I'm sorry, sometimes I think we give an excuse to Chelsea to get away with it by saying our players are trash. Because if I was a City fan, right now as a City fan, I can go shopping at Chelsea. I can pick a few from Chelsea that would actually help me at City.
Patrick, name those players that would help.
Name names. You need to name names.
Okay, so touchline. There was the point in time, even to today, I still believe he's a good winger. I think Pedro Neto is a good winger. Just he went to the wrong team. I still believe Pedro Neto will do better than Gakpo. But he's better than Gakpo.
I think he's a good squad player. I don't think he's starting.
Yeah, but you would still pick him up. I'm talking about if you put him on your bench.
He's both-footed.
Cole Palmer, you are picking up Cole Palmer, ain't you? Yeah. I am going to pick up Reece James, regardless of the injuries. I'm picking him up. But the thing is,
would you pick up Cole Palmer at City?
I say,
yeah, I would. Yeah.
Would he start? Where would he start in City's team?
He's obviously sitting on the bench, but still, I'm still picking him up.
No, we need starters, bro. What are we doing?
He could play right wing.
What are we doing?
He could play right wing.
He's not better than Cherokee and he's not better than Foden. So where would he start?
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Stop it with this Foden thing. No, I've had
enough.
No.
Stuff,
Palmer is better than Foden. Let's stop this.
My God.
Foden had one good brilliant season, and then he hasn't been anywhere near as good.
Let's not start this.
Foden had one good season. Are you talking about Palmer
this debate goes far.
Foden.
Let's just leave this debate.
Yeah, I'm not having this debate, bro.
Yeah.
Foden in 2026.
Sorry, what was your name? Manchester United.
He's one more league title.
His touchline. His name is Touchline.
Touchline. So would you take Cherokee or Palmer at Man United?
Hello.
I can't lie. Listen, Cherokee is the better player in it. Cherokee is the better
player.
But You know, like there's them stories, you know what I mean? You have like, you know, Cole Palmer, there's a picture of him in the United kit. He was a Rooney fanboy growing up. He's Manchester lad.
No, take that out. Take that out of
the like, no, I would love the stories for him to leave Chelsea and lift in Man United, the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? Number 14.
Answer the question.
I would take Cole Palmer.
All right. I think we can answer this question about squads pretty quickly. Mo, are you taking Man United or Chelsea squad?
Man United, easier to fix and make them a good squad.
Patrick?
I'm taking Chelsea, man. There's a lot of
Chelsea? Ram?
I'd probably edge Chelsea slightly.
I think I'd have to go Chelsea too, just because there's not so much baggage with the Chelsea players.
And you can fix them.
They've got Garnacho, mate. They've got Garnacho. That's
true. You gave them Garnacho. You know that evens it out.
Can I tell you my reasoning for Man United? If Casemiro leaves, will need a lot. Yes,
sure.
But I think Man United attack having two of the top 5 GE contributors of last season in Cunha and Mbeumo, and then they are in their prime. One of them is 25, one of them is 26 or something like this, 27. So they can give you extra 3 years. A young Cisco can be a striker, a very good striker. You got Amad Diallo, he's a good player, not magnificent. He just is a good player. I think Bruno Fernandes at 31 still. You watch Bruno, he can give you 2-3 years in that position. I love Kobe Meno. I think Kobe Meno, I said that many times here, he's a generational talent for me, English generational talent. I think he's phenomenal. I think the kid is absolutely amazing. They need a DM like a Caicedo from that, right? They don't have a Cole Palmer, but they have Bruno Fernandes. In the defense, I actually like Luke Shaw. I actually think Luke Shaw is a very, very good player if he's fit. The problem is Luke Shaw hasn't played 30 games for Man United over the last 3 years. So that is the problem, apart from this season.
Put the fries in the bag.
Right? But the Man United defense with Maguire, I think Lisandro Martinez is the best defender out of all the centre backs between Man United and Chelsea. I think he's a fantastic. No, Lisandro Martinez. I think he's the best defender out of Chalobah
because of his passing
and
or because of his
Tosin.
defending.
I think post-injury, Lisandro Martinez removed a little bit of the I want to hurt the opposition before I get the ball gene that is in the most.
He still has that.
Like you watch Romero, like Lisandro Martinez is focused on his football more than injuring the opposition player.
No,
like that, which happens with Romero.
I watch
every Man United game.
It doesn't go away.
Number one, Lisandro Martinez on the ball is superior to the majority of the defenders out there. The line breaking passing is superior, right? He's ridiculous. The only one that probably eclipses him in terms of passing is Van Dijk with the diagonals of both feet.
Van Dijk press resistant though as Lisandro.
Yes.
Lisandro's dribbling out for his box, bro, taking 3 players out the game. Like just with dribbling, he's that good.
But I would never. But hold on, I would never actually brag. If my defender needs dribbling, my tactics failed. No defender.
No, I agree. I agree. You know that.
We're not talking about.
No, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
If my defender has to dribble once every game,
you've got Bastoni in your team.
I agree.
Okay, Ram, 3 at the back is different. He is, and also we are the most dominant team in Serie A. So Bastoni is at halfway line already. He doesn't have anybody behind him but 2 centre backs to cover him.
So he can dribble. Right?
But Bastoni in a back 4, if he dribbles, it's failing, right? You shouldn't be as a centre back in a back 4. You shouldn't be. But Lisandro Martinez is good. I actually think that the main problem with them is right back. Because I think Nusir Mazraoui is not great. I'm not the biggest fan of Mazraoui. I think he's an okay player.
The guy from Bayern.
He's not a bowler. He was actually the reason why Bayern was letting him go for 15 million because he's okay. I'm not saying he's a terrible player. He's okay.
It was political reasons why they settled him. They wanted to keep him.
I watched Nusir Mazraoui. I know he's an okay player. He's not a top. He's not a Reece James, not a Trent, not an Ole Aina. He's not a top clutch. Like he's not a top.
He's a steady Eddie. Steady Eddie.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like he's like similar. I'm gonna tell you. Like you know what? Malo Gusto's most of the time is just steady Eddie, right? Malo Gusto will give you the shit games. I will give you the great games, but 90% of the time Malo Gusto is just steady.
No,
He's your average right back.
I mean, he does things like try to do a no-look pass in the box.
Yeah, he does. He does do some.
We're not going to pick on this.
Moments, so let's not pretend like he doesn't.
We're not going to pick on this. We're not going to pick on this. But you know that he did it. But we know that Mazraoui. Dalot, I think he's finished. Hence, I think that Man United
finished. Dalot's quality, bro, when he plays, in his actual position. Actual position, not wing back.
Dalot is quality.
Right back. Dalot
you don't have a wing back now. Anyway, long story short, next season, if you're looking at these two teams, you'd pick Man United to be higher on the table and have better future.
Oh, let me ask you though, did you pick Man United at the beginning of the season?
Guys, Wallah al-Azim, I think it's great. You know what? I think it's crazy that I'm saying this statement, and I believe it. Because Chelsea were supposed to be the 2-3 signings with Maresca to challenge for the title.
Mo doesn't.
Them getting an unknown manager, it was never a lie. It was never a lie.
Their squad was never
counter that.
He got the Chelsea squad is Chelsea squad and their direction of their football club has never been to win the league. Their ownership and stuff like that.
You're speaking about
Chelsea fans.
You're speaking.
Sorry, Martin. Sorry, I've been saying for the past 2 years. I said last season when we finished 15th, next season we're gonna have one summer window and be above Chelsea, and then fast forward one summer window and we're above Chelsea.
I was believing that before Ruben got sacked.
Finally challenging for like.
I was saying we're finishing above you even when Ruben was here this season.
Wow.
Okay, I'll tell you why Chelsea will be better next season. Because their kids will get 1 year older, and Man United's old fogies will get 1 year older, and it'll work out.
Aging men, eh? What are you saying about aging men?
That's a very good. To be honest with you, that's a very good argument.
Do you know why I rebuttal that though? Because Man United are going to go have a better window than Chelsea are, because we've done it for we're going to do it for the third year in a row. Because the players we're linked with, mate, we want Elliot Anderson, we want Adam Woodward, we want Tonali, we want Balabers. These players would also.
My directors aren't serious. My directors aren't serious.
But who is Chelsea linked with at the moment? I don't know.
Probably some
Elliot
Anderson,
Marshall, Ahmed, Jimmy Spliff, Lewis.
Probably
these guys.
Listen,
this is why I don't take Mo seriously. This is why
I wouldn't be surprised if we signed
at least
3 18-year-olds in the summer, man. We're not a serious team. Look, we signed Liam Delap for 30 mil. Look how that worked out. We all knew, everyone on this panel, do not lie. You guys all knew Garnacho was crap. Yet we still signed him.
Nah, he's good
for 50 mil with a sell-on clause on top of it.
Pushkas award, innit? He won Pushkas award.
Bro, Man United sold him for 50 million with a sell-on clause.
My directors aren't serious. They will stumble.
You know what's funny about Chelsea?
I still get 5 million of it.
Okay,
do you know what's funny about Chelsea?
I'm gonna tell you.
What's funny about Chelsea? That's one thing. The thing about Chelsea is they always do things like I can fix him. You know that I can fix him because you guys thought us we're gonna fix him.
We can fix him and then sell him.
That's Arteta. Arteta's like, I'm gonna fix your career. You know, you're coming here. I'm gonna fix your career.
Has he ever fixed someone's career?
That was Zinchenko. That was Jesus.
You know, Arteta wanted the Butcher instead of Zinchenko, right?
Yes.
He wanted Locatelli. He wanted Vlahovic.
But let me do these super chats. A United fan talking about overrated midfield is irony. How?
True.
What do you mean by this?
Underrated. Everyone calls our midfield shit. So I don't know what you're on about. Like you were
saying Caicedo was overrated.
Casemiro. No, it's the Caicedo overrated thing when you're saying Casemiro is better than.
Yeah, but my thing is, for my midfield to be overrated, it's got to be rated. And everyone called our midfield shit, and everyone calls our midfield shit. So it can't be overrated if it's shit. If everyone thinks it's shit. You know what I'm saying?
I heard shit about 5 times. I just heard.
I'm saying that our midfield isn't rated by the general consensus. Man United's weakest.
We all said they had no midfield.
That's what I'm saying. So it can't be overrated if it's not rated.
Yeah, fair enough. Chelsea's team depth talk was 2024. That talk is outdated. Yes, 100% place. That talk is outdated now. Mo, did you watch Colwell line breaking? He was good, but I don't think he's Lisandro Martinez. Have you been watching Pau Torres? Good, not Lisandro Martinez. Or Senesi this season? Good, but not Lisandro Martinez. But now, I promise you, I watched a lot of games of Aston Villa and Bournemouth because I love Senesi and I love the Bournemouth. Alex Scott, what's his name? The 21 years old. The guy that plays in the middle.
Alex Scott.
I think this kid is fantastic, to be honest with you. But now Martinez is only behind Virgil van Dijk because of 5 games post Amorim. No, but Lisandro Martinez was a good defender even before Amorim.
Do you know
like Blaze before Amorim? He was a good.
Did you know Senesi's on a free this summer?
I don't know how old this
He's
guy
old though,
is.
and he's like 29 though, 28.
Yeah, he's getting up.
He's good actually.
No,
No,
you see this though. You see this.
Martinez isn't better than
Lissandro
Saliba
Martinez
or
has
Gabriel.
played 5 games in his career.
Martinez is what? Say that
Isn't
again.
better than Saliba or Gabriel.
He is at passingable, yeah. He definitely is at passingable.
He's not. He's not. But I think he's. I think that the problem, to be honest with you, with the Arsenal defenders is
Overrated.
I am watching
Did you
Arsenal's
say, Patrick?
system.
It's true. They're overrated.
They are.
They are.
What?
Who are the overrated?
Arsenal defense.
I noticed it.
Gabriel's overrated last season,
The two
Saliba was
defenders that Arsenal have are overrated. Because if I look at defenders in the Prem, yes, some of the teams are not keeping as many clean sheets. But I'm like, this guy, even the Power Torres you're talking about, I'd rather get Power Torres than get Gabriel.
Whoa,
I don't know.
What the heck are we doing here?
No, I don't
Okay,
disagree
this
with
is
that.
something I never
I'll go mute.
heard this
I'll
before.
go
I
mute.
never
I'll
heard
go
this.
mute. I'll go mute.
No, but why? You gotta explain.
No,
Hold
yeah,
on.
you have to
Everyone,
drop the mic.
everyone,
You
mute.
can't just do that and
Everyone,
drop the mic.
I'll just be like,
everyone mute. You have to explain why. You're not just gonna run away.
No. I'll tell you what.
Can he tell us why? It's his opinion.
Go ahead, Dutchland. Go ahead. No, Dutchland wants to. Dutchland.
No,
No,
I want to
he
go back to
doesn't
the
want to
super
say.
chat
You
earlier.
build him out. You build him out.
Okay, cool. Patrick, do you let me
You
speak?
don't build him out. Don't build him out.
No.
Let him talk.
No,
Let him talk.
no,
He needs to
because-
explain this.
Look. I've been sitting down and watching obviously videos of how people are twerking about Gabriel and Saliba.
World
But
class.
watching them, I'm like, these guys are doing the exact same thing that Gay is doing the exact thing that Martinez and all these other guys are doing. It's just that it's been amplified. I'm sorry. To the date of today, regardless the mistakes he's made, I'm still looking at Van Dijk and saying only Van Dijk impresses me so far. Because I've looked at Haaland try run at Van Dijk, he's failed. I've looked at Haaland try run at Gabriel. Gabriel was in the dust. I'm sorry. I just feel like Gabriel and Saliba are not the best individually defenders. They look good together, but individually, no. There's better individual defenders out there.
Patrick, I'll do one better. I'll do one better. Mo, you see that super chat you got right there? The starred, right? The starred. Yeah. So, by this logic, by the way, just using this logic, because everyone said earlier on this panel that City's defense, they didn't trust it at the start of the season. City's defense have conceded 4 less goals than the best defense in the world, Arsenal. So, either City's defense is actually really good, or Arsenal's defense is overrated and City's defense is bad. Because they conceded 4 less goals.
When there's only 20 goals in it, 4 goals is actually like 20% less goals. It's like a huge percentage. So I don't know. It sounds little, but it's actually a lot over the course of the season.
Also,
I think
4 goals is 4 goals, isn't it?
it doesn't sound much, but like 21 versus 25. Yeah.
Also, you got to add into account is the way you play as well. Like last season, Chelsea didn't concede a lot of goals, but the way they played limited the amount of times that they were truly attacked upon. I think the only time they were really attacked upon was actually when the big sides were facing them to an extent. But we would never say that, you know, Fofana or Cole are the levels of Gabriel, Saliba, Van Dijk, even from Konate last season. You wouldn't say that, but they'll use the whole, but we conceded about 4 less goals than you last season.
Well, there's also the Champions League. I think there's like 10 less goals in the Champions League. It's not just a very small sample size, but people saw an error from Gabriel, and now they can go after him and say he's a bozo as well.
Let me ask you something,
errors,
Martin.
bro.
Right? Let me ask you, Martin. Martin, have you seen a centre back performance? Do you remember when Ruben Diaz came to this league? Everybody was gushing over him, and you're like, "Wow, who's this guy?" People are like, "We've never seen this. I've never seen Gabriel and Saliba have a season like Ruben Diaz's first season."
Whoa.
I'm just saying. Do you remember the
I don't
season when
remember
Ruben
this,
Diaz came to the league?
Yeah.
When he was everywhere and he won every single award. The guy was just too much. I haven't seen the same from Gabriel and Saliba. But when I saw Van Dijk come to this Liverpool team, this guy used to defend by himself. I'm sorry. Gabriel right now, he's not doing anything better than Gay. I haven't seen anything better than Van Dijk. Van Dijk is still clearly the best defender in this league. I'm sorry.
Gabriel also scores goals for you. Like he's a box presence on either end, right?
So does John Stones.
I don't know.
So does John Stones.
Does John Stones score
I'm
goals?
adding extra
Do you know who actually used to score goals a lot as a centre back? Martin Skirtle.
Or John Terry.
You
or
know,
like other
if you
defenders
know,
who got
you know.
really
What
good
Maguire's
scoring
got good at him.
Yeah, Maguire's been scoring goals.
Clutch goals.
Okay, so
Maguire
you're happy
has
with
scored.
Gay? You think he's
Leon,
better than Gabriel?
Liverpool.
I think they're the same level.
Same level.
I think Patrick's right though. Like honestly, like I think what's happening this season. First of all, I think the better center back of the two has been Saliba this season. Last season, it was Gabriel. But what happens, and I'm not saying Martin does this, but what happens in this Arsenal fan base is they're in first place. They say, oh, they have the best this, the best that. They're world-class this. We have abused world-class as a terminology. Like John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, world-class, even Van Dijk, just so I don't leave Rams out, world-class defenders, right? I'm not putting Gabriel and Saliba in that same exact table.
Yeah, no,
so there's that overhyping. And the other thing, one more thing before I let it go. It's because they're in first place and they're getting results and making less mistakes in terms of winning the games. You're not seeing the errors that Gabriel makes every time. If you look at all the goals Arsenal conceded, half of them are because Gabriel errors. Yet we still call them world class, but they get away with it because they're in first place.
Right, can I ask you a question, bro? What's your definition of world class?
Me?
Martin.
Yeah.
No, Martin.
For me, it's consistency. It's specifically for a center back, but just overall for players. But consistency, winning trophies, getting it over the line, just being there for the team.
Gyökeres world class.
He's up there. He's up there
because of him. I had to change my definition of world class now. Because of him.
He's up there, but he had a jammy few seasons at the beginning. Like his first half of Chelsea wasn't that great. His second half of Chelsea is a lot better. So he's
I just don't use the term because if I ask everyone in this panel and in the chat, they'll just give me different meanings of it. I don't think it has a specific meaning.
Touchline. You're saying Arsenal fans say Gabriel and Saliba world class.
We don't though.
He do.
Oh,
no,
you
guys do.
The majority.
I know an Arsenal fan in real life that said they're better than Rio and Vidic. I know an Arsenal fan that said they're a better player than Rio and Vidic.
It was the beginning of the season when you Arsenal fans were saying you're going to break the 15-goal record. Like, come on.
We've got 8 clean sheets in a row. I think it's something like that. But if you want me to talk about it, I can talk, right? Like, I think the Saliba and Gabriel is the best partnership in the league for the last 3 or 4 seasons. They've earned this reputation over a long period of time, but they haven't won a league. They haven't won a UCL.
But we're not saying you.
Let him finish. I want him to finish. This is a very important point that he's going to say, because he said keyword partnership, guys.
Even Saliba himself says that they can't be world class until they've won something. Like, I think people accept that, right? And until they do, it's just because they were young. Or I guess Gabriel's getting a bit older now, but their potential looks like that they're going to be the highest of. I mean, at least Saliba for me has probably been my favorite player for the last 5 years, just because of the way he plays. Like he's always adapting his game. He's always getting better. I think it's very easy, or it's very hard to compare defenders from like one team to the other. And we're probably better off looking at partnerships, but other players can't stay fit long enough to form a partnership that competes with ours. Like you're always swapping out a player here or there. And so
that's right. That's a good point. That's a very good point, Martin. I think that's the issue these days. The thing about most of the teams is our centre-back pairing, apart from Liverpool, hasn't been consistent. Like for City, we're just swapping and changing. I've seen so many centre-backs together. But can I ask something? Wasn't Van Dijk and Konate the best centre-back pairing last season?
Yep.
Last season.
And do you know what? This is going to bring me to this. Do you see how much people are overhyping Konate and now he's been exposed? It's the same thing
the last 5 games. In fact, the last 5 games, big up Ibu. He's been good. Big up Ibu.
I don't know. To be honest with you, just for me personally, I don't know. I haven't seen any centre-back. I used to hate on Van Dijk. You know, Ram, I used to go on anything, hate on Van Dijk.
Same.
But now I've been watching back. I was like, man, this guy is actually good.
Best ever centre back to play in the Premier League.
No,
we're not doing that.
Pre-ACL.
The best ever centre back to play in the Premier League.
Pre-ACL, Van Dijk was brother. He was on a different planet to everybody else.
I mean, even last season though, Rams. So like, he was still good.
No, he was good, but I'm saying pre-ACL, Van Dijk was.
Yeah.
How old is Saliba, by the way? Because I know Gabriel is 28, but how old is Saliba?
23, I think 24.
Yes,
I think Saliba has the potential to get there.
Now I wanna move on the conversation between this. Just let me do these.
He's 24,
Saliba been flawless since he came to the league. Not been flawless. Last season he made multiple mistakes.
Yeah.
He's still learning some mistakes. Arsenal 96 goals scored and 29 conceded. What is this?
Picture?
I love that
Very
profile
Juve
picture as
kid,
well.
bro.
That's more. That's more. That's more burner.
most true feelings has come.
You got to
out
wear the
now.
horizontal one so you look like you came out of prison.
There is one with me with Barcelona. There is one for me with Milan. Anyway, thank you, T, for this. Mo, so please show Company and John Terry Bozo clips, please. There's a lot of them.
Hey, I remember Andy Carroll putting John Terry on his backside in the FA Cup final.
Do you know the Company ones are funny because he was always getting a cramp and injured, and then somebody passes him.
Terry ones,
You know-
hard to find that many. But yeah, go.
There is one though, and it's against Andy
What?
Carroll.
For
I'm
what?
not saying it was
For
let
who?
you know.
For who?
For Terry.
For John Terry?
Yeah.
There is probably every season 10, 15 times.
2011, 2012,
Oh,
there was
stop.
probably about
There's
40 or
10,
50.
Every
10
single
errors
time.
every season. Come on.
Every
2011,
season. Not
2012, there
errors,
was a
not
lot.
errors. Terry was rash sometimes in
Oh,
defending.
He got sent
2011,
rash.
2012, you will
Yeah,
find,
was
you will
rash. He
find a
jumps here.
lot of bozo moments from Terry. 2011, 2012.
Arsenal is more to do with shape, not quality defender. That is actually.
Okay. Yeah.
See?
No,
See,
that's
hold on.
not true.
See,
That's not-
I wanted actually to discuss.
A little
I
bit.
titled this Arsenal Attack because they scored 4 yesterday. But this is something that I think me and Martin have actually discussed before. And I said, if Arteta trusts his defenders individually, why does he need protection from the left back, the right back, the DMs all the time? Why is it the structure? I don't know. I think Saliba is ridiculous one-on-one, in my opinion. Like, as a one-on-one defender, I think Saliba is crazy. He's nuts. He's amazing. I think Gabriel is less than Saliba in terms of one-on-one defending. I
I think
think
because
so.
of pace.
Pace is a big part of being a defender. It's either you read the game very well like a Van Dijk or John Terry, or you are blessed with blistering pace so you can recover.
But
I
Saliba
think
has
Gabriel
both of
is
those.
not. Yes, Gabriel, which is one of the things that I said before. Saliba, I feel, is a very proactive defender. He's someone that reads the game before it happens. Gabriel is more of a reactive defender. However, just to be fair to Gabriel, he improved a lot over the last 2 years about reading the play before it happens. Improved a lot. Back in the days, Gabriel used to be the Konate. Gabriel used to be, I'm reacting to what is going on.
He used to be horrible.
By the way, I'm going to tell you something. You know,
I
this
hate
season,
Gyokeres.
Gabriel this season, I think in Sunderland game, he made a mistake, which caused the second goal. In Wolves, he made the mistake to cause the goal. And I think against Bournemouth, he passed the ball to Evan Nelson, if I'm not mistaken, just for him to score, Gabriel. So he made, in my opinion, he made 3 mistakes this season that lead to goals. 2 of them cost Arsenal 4 points. 3. 2 of them cost Arsenal 4 points.
Well, didn't he score a goal against Sunderland to make it?
Now,
think
I
that's
was
the time
gonna
where
say,
he
I
made a
was
mistake,
gonna
he,
say,
scores a goal.
what Gabriel
win.
offers, though, what Gabriel offers is what Van Dijk and John Terry offers, which is, I'm gonna go on the other side of the pitch and actually get you a goal in a set piece or something like this, which is not a lot of defenders do this.
That's something that Ibu should have in his game.
By the way, something that
Levy
a
does
lot
it.
of people,
Van Dijk
a lot
does
of people talk about defenders in big clubs. Oh, they defend like this. Scoring goals as a defender for big clubs is a big thing. It wins you points. John Terry, Sergio Ramos, these people, Ruben Diaz for City when he scored goals like his first season in corners. That's a big thing in football when your defenders score goals. It's a
That's
big
my
thing.
biggest-
It wins you points.
That's my biggest criticism with Konate, because when he first came to the club, he was scoring very important goals.
He was very dangerous on set pieces.
in set pieces. And now for all of a sudden, he's just no longer that threat anymore. And you see, even in his aerial duels, he's very good in the air, and he's just not doing it.
Are we talking about the defenders of Arsenal as individuals? I think they defend individually a lot. Yesterday, Gabriel was a lot one-on-ones with Kolomwani. Tons of times.
Hey, don't
Yeah,
get
have
me
you
started.
noticed-
Don't
have
get
you
me
noticed
started
this
on that
on
game
the-
yesterday.
By the way,
I
I'm
know.
just going to tell you something about, we're going to talk about the game yesterday. Anybody that thinks that the free kick yesterday was not a free kick, I don't know. They literally, they just want to say stuff, but the 2 hands push at the back is a definitely
It was
free kick.
barely a push.
That was barely.
It doesn't matter. The magnitude of the push doesn't matter when you're jumping. This is subjective.
But I'm
then.
consistent. I'm consistent because I said Ekitike's one's not a push.
100%.
I don't think Milani needed to push Gabriel there.
You're talking about the Ekitike Spurs one.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He didn't even push him. I think he was angling himself and didn't put any force.
He had a meter and a half. He didn't need to shove Gabriel while he was jumping. And when you're jumping, it doesn't matter how hard it is. You're in space. It's like you've got zero gravity. If someone pushes you, you just go flying, right? So I know Gabriel milked it, but he's been in this situation before where he didn't go down when Joe Linton rode him like a horse. And everyone was like, just go down, you idiot. So then he goes down when someone pushes him, and you're like, well,
it's the same as the penalty area. Martin is correct. If someone makes a contact with you and you don't go down, you don't win the penalty. Sometimes you have to do it. Go ahead, Marshall. You're itching. You're itching for some whatever reason.
But you know what? It frustrates me because all this that we're having debate, the biggest issue, and I think we all know this, it's the FA, right? Because that West Ham game, earlier, before Wesley Fofana got sent off, the same exact tackle was made in the box on Cole Palmer, but it wasn't called as a penalty.
No, it's not the same tackle. It's not the same tackle.
It is the same tackle because he goes to the ball and the follow-through hits him in the ankle.
No, Fofana, it's not the follow-through.
But okay, the reason it's not the same tackle because I did go through it yesterday, right?
The guy literally cleared the ball to be a corner. The guy cleared the ball first. The guy blocked the ball first, and it wasn't follow through. His foot is not. He's going side foot. And the Palmer.
Are we talking about the Cole Palmer one?
The guy literally Palmer. The guy went to block there is no follow through when you
could have broken his ankle. The same thing with Fofana. The follow through.
That's unlucky. Fofana was late. What are we talking?
No, Fofana got the ball.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I slowed it down. You see, he got the ball and he steps on his foot.
Give me a second. Let me look at the real one.
Now, let me look at it. Go ahead. Keep talking. Let me look at it.
Can I the thing is, for 1 sec?
There's the inconsistencies, right? Because that's something, Martin, before you go. It's like, again, when Ekitike pushes the Spurs defender, it counted like a goal. But when Gabriel wants to flop like a salmon, it gets called as a foul. Like, it's the inconsistencies that always annoy me with this game. And we have to figure out a way to fix this whole clear and obvious error gray area.
Did you play soccer as a kid, though? Like, when I played soccer as a kid, I knew that every referee was going to be different, but I needed them to be consistent within that 90 minutes. That if you're going to give this as a foul, you have to do that for the rest of the game, and then that evens out. We're never going to get refs that'll see these things the same in real time. Ridiculous. It's just impossible. Like, it's human nature. Yeah. Like, everything is so subjective in these like edge calls. Where
Martin, it's even like just the West Ham example, Martin. That's in the same game. It's the same ref. And I beg, if you watch the Fofana tackle, slow it down frame by frame, so you can see he actually makes contact with the ball, and then his foot lands on the player.
The guy, by the way, I'm just gonna say the other guy, it didn't touch the ball. He blocked the ball. The other one is definitely.
He got the ball. The Burnley player got to the ball first.
Okay, but Fofana still goes for the ball though. Like,
no, Fofana didn't get the ball
first, but then Fofana gets to the ball too. Like,
he didn't. I just looked at it. Let me check again.
Frame by frame. You can go on Twitter. There's like videos of it. You can see he gets the ball.
Oh yes, yeah, he touched the ball. Yes, I just saw
and it's again like it's the inconsistencies that annoy me.
Yeah, but that's a second ball. That's a completely different than the other one. That's a lunging tackle. The other one is
you
not
can make
even
the argument
tackling.
because it's in the penalty box and the other one's on the pitch. Like it's different context. Like maybe, but still, like it's stuff like
but
this.
Even that people take that so subjectively. They're like, oh yeah, he touched the ball, but it wasn't enough contact or whatever.
No,
like people say that stuff all the time.
But we're quite consistent on all those kind of stuff. Whether it's a red card or not, but if you do something like that, it's a yellow.
No, but
it should have been a yellow both ways or not a foul both ways. That's the way I see
you could say the follow through was the reason why it's like you saw that one where the foot rolled over the ball and then hit the guy in the shins, and that's a red card. Like it's very subjective all the time. It's very annoying and frustrating, but with humans in the loop, especially with PGMOL being such a cabal of no one tells us what to do. Then we're just sitting there and taking it from them.
So, because for me, like that Gabriel, like he milked it. Obviously, if he doesn't go down, like I don't think he even would have gone down unless he actually just, milked it. It's just like I don't think it would have changed the result of the game. I think you guys are going to.
I think it's a really risky thing for Gabriel to do because there's a very good chance that doesn't get called, and then you look like an absolute fool.
Can I want to do this because I want to speak about Arsenal versus. Oh my God, an hour 8 minutes. We haven't even mentioned Arsenal and City in the title race. Chelsea fan base says about their own players being world class.
Who? Outside of Cole Palmer, who else?
Caicedo, Cucurella, best left back in the world. Yamal and Estevao. Now Joao Pedro signing with the season. There's a lot.
Don.
There is a lot. There is a lot. AMT, you're right. Van Dijk was left 2-on-2 in his prime consistently. I'm going to tell you something more, Sean. He was left 2 versus 1.
How do you get left 2 versus 2? Like, that's literally like 2v1.
Yeah, wait, how does that work?
Never 2v1. It was always 1v1. There was only one time in his career it was 2v1. The rest of it's been 1v1.
Multiple times, not once.
Well, Rice did 4v1. It's not impressive. You remember?
Yeah. Big up, Sean. Thank you for being a member.
Do anything.
Thank you, Sean, for being a member.
Send me the game where Van Dijk multiplied himself.
I'm gonna Van Dijk tackle on Isak.
Van de Ven tackle on Isak. Yeah, that one. I'm not sure. I was debating this after my football game on Thursday, and I still don't think it was a red card or anything. To be honest, I don't think it was. Should be a yellow at least, though.
Maybe the Arsenal attack, though. There is a lot of talk lately about the Arsenal attack and Gyokeres scoring goals, and is that put to bed? The Arsenal attack is good.
No.
Consistency, Mo. Because I think Rio Ferdinand said this against Tottenham.
Can I ask you guys something? Is it better to have multiple scorers in your team or one that dominate the score? Which one would you prefer to have?
I agree with the first one, but you got to put context to it, right? It's Eze. Eze got 5 goals this season, all of them from Spurs.
Which is by the way, why is this a negative? Okay, hold on, Ram. Why is this a negative?
Should sign Eze.
Hold on. If one player at Man City get 5 goals against Man United, wins him the game, these are 6 points against your main rivals. I would praise it. The problem is the way you said it, Marshall. Your tone is a little bit negative. It's about you are making it. It's negative, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at it, and if I'm looking at Man City, for example, if Doku comes in and his season has been on and off, but then against Manchester United, their main rivals, he gets 5 goals and wins them the game. I would say that is a positive thing, not a negative thing.
But it's also what you do for the other games too. That's a big impact. Like,
listen,
Raheem Sterling, Patrick knows this. Raheem Sterling, when he played for me, would always turn up against Man City. He would be fantastic, world class against Man City. The rest of the season would just give the ball away, dribble too much. Like, these are the caveats. Like, Martin will tell you, he's probably been frustrated with Eze and this playtime and how.
And I said Eze is a flop. I said Eze is a flop. I love Eze.
For 2 games to show up.
Eze is my favorite player.
Mm-hmm. Marshall, can I ask Mo?
In the league since he was at Crystal Palace.
But you guys are ignoring his impact in the against Newcastle, against City, like the last minute assist for Martinelli. If he didn't do that assist, we would be same points as Man City right now. I think there's a table of how many points he's affected, and it's 8 points. So I think that's a decent return. Without his impact, we would be 8 points less.
Would you rather, Mo, a player, say for instance, Nicola Barella, yeah? Would you rather Nicola Barella be like a steady Eddie, minimum of 7 every game this season, and you win the league? Or would you rather him be up and down, have an amazing game against Milan?
I'd rather have the steady Eddie, 100% the steady Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Without a shadow of a doubt. All my life, I've always said I would rather have the player that will give me a 7 out of 10 every game than the player that would give me a 9 out of 10 for 2 games, and then 5 games will drop to 5 because you don't know what you're getting. I would rather have the 7 or an 8 out of 10 every single game rather than the guy that actually gets you that amazing game here and there. However, the reason why I'm saying that about Arsenal is one game, Eze would step up. The other game is Trossard. The other game is Gyokeres. The other game is Gabriel from set pieces. The other one is Saka. It's Madueke. You know what I mean? Some here, some there. You watch Man City, one of the stick that people beat Man City earlier is that if Erling Haaland doesn't score, you don't do anything in the game. Now, Man City beat that by having Nico O'Reilly stepping up, by Shirky sometimes stepped up, Semenyo stepped up sometimes. So it's a positive thing for City, but it's not for Arsenal. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. That's why, I get what you're saying, Mo. That's why I specifically mentioned Eze, because the one thing I have to give Gyokeres, even though I still don't rate him, the goals he's getting against the opposition sides that Arsenal struggled with last season, right? Those sides that they were dropping points to, the lower league sides. And Fair. Like, maybe you can't get goals against Liverpool, against Chelsea, against United, but at least you're getting your goals against Leeds, you're getting your goals against Brighton. Like, these are teams that, Martin, you can't say I'm lying. Like, these are teams that you dropped points to
in the
last
Champions
season.
League, and Mo's right here, so I've got to stick with Boots.
But
I do agree that, like,
he was good yesterday, by the way. Arguably,
he's frustrating in some ways. He's been terrible for most of the games which I've watched him, but there have been maybe 5 games where he's looked like maybe there's something there which I'm not giving him credit for. And it wasn't until this Spurs game did I think he could actually dribble in front of a defender with the ball, like in between them and stuff like that. He feels like he's like maybe building his game through confidence. I mean, I've given him shit. I called him Shrek. I've been on the
Shrek.
Well, I wanted Sesko, so it's been a thing like since then. So I don't know. I have to give him a lot of credit that he's proving me wrong in that he's capable of doing things which we need. Like I can't tell you how important it is to have a striker that can hit the ball with some kind of power where you think, hey, they might be able to score from anywhere. And I think that counters the point of like, yeah, it's great to have players in the whole team scoring, but when you need to score in a final or a semi-final, you need an actual striker. And we haven't had a striker since Aubameyang. And even then, he was a little bit, I don't know, a little bit soft. It was a little bit easy to push off the ball.
He was a very good player.
Gyokeres can get his act together. In the end of this season, he could carry us to the stuff which we haven't been able to get. So I don't know.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like the game against Tottenham Hotspur, he was very, very good. Like I'm never going to take it away from him. He was very good. The first goal was a sweet finish, touch, turn, finish. That's the kind of striker that you want. It's just a consistency now. You got to be doing this on a regular basis now.
This panel, I want to ask the panel a couple of questions, including Patrick. So over the last 9 games, Manchester City and Arsenal have collected the exact same points. Same wins, same draws, same losses. Exactly. Spurs, the team that Arsenal smashed yesterday, Spurs 4-1, is the same team that City drew 2-2 in the same stadium when they were leading 2-1. Arsenal yesterday, there was a point of the game where I know that everyone said, here we go again, when Spurs got the 1-1. Here we go again, right? Arsenal kept their cool and they won 4-1, fair enough. Why there is a change of the tone between talking about City now and talking about Arsenal? Why?
What change of tone?
Because they want City to win.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Explain the tone.
Okay, so last week, until last week, they still collected the same amount of points. Both won this today, as of today. City, we know that City sweat to win over Newcastle at home. Like that was sweat. That was that game in the second half, especially City were holding on to the 2-1. It's by design by Pep Guardiola. It's by Pep Guardiola. Counter-attacks, the counter-attacks, City were wasteful. I think Semenyo should have had a goal. I thought Haaland should have had a goal. I thought Foden should have had a goal without a shadow of a doubt on the counter-attack. But City were sweating at the end. Why still the talk is different about the Arsenal team winning the league, that they aren't favorites, blah, blah, blah. But City now are gonna actually pip them to the title. Why is that? Does someone know?
Yeah, but that's a lie though, because I just watched Gary Neville says Arsenal are gonna go to the Etihad and slap City because of what he's
Gary Neville's an idiot. Don't listen to anything he says.
I know.
I love Gary Neville. I like Gary Neville, but Gary Neville had a different opinion last week. When Arsenal dropped points against Reds. Against Wolves.
You know,
I'm telling you, Gary Neville, a lot of people, Patrick, when Arsenal dropped points against Wolves, changed their opinion. I did. I said that was the first time I see City winning the league. I see Arsenal losing. That's the first time.
Did, video and everything. So you got it wrong.
Did you hear Gary Neville on the commentary saying that we shouldn't be celebrating our second goal?
I said that was the first time I see Arsenal. I see that Arsenal can lose. I'm telling you, before the Wolves game, I saw no world apart from 10% chance that City will win the league. The reason why, because I think that Arsenal are way more consistent, and I don't think that City are amazing still, right? Are not brilliant, right? Against Wolves, it's the nerves and also the quality. They didn't show their quality, Arsenal, in that game. They had so many times that could have slipped someone. Martinelli could have slipped. Eze could have scored a tap in.
It was a sloppy game.
It was a sloppy game, yes, as Martin says. And I'm like, that if that game continues, and if the nerves get the best out of you. I don't think they're gonna show, but they showed their quality against Spurs. So
yeah, but the
tone
thing
has
is,
changed.
you can put context to the Spurs team because
Go ahead.
somebody told me the same thing. Because I was like, look, for me, it's difficult to judge who's going to win the league because it's going to be flip flopping. It's just going to be changing. You'll find City maybe go to Leeds and draw or lose. Now it's going to flip back, saying, "Oh, City don't have the mentality," and then maybe we win and then Arsenal draw. Like it's going to be changing. Like for instance, somebody said yesterday saying, "Okay, they beat Spurs, but they've always beat Spurs, and this Spurs team is trash." Then I was like, "But it's you told us that it's a derby, so it means a lot to everybody." I'm telling you more. Till maybe it's 2 games left, or till it's a fact where these two teams play each other. Because Martin, we might end up. Let's say, for instance, Martin, your team and my team keep winning until we meet each other. We're gonna be meeting each other with the 2 points, right? I think till we meet each other and there's 2 points, decide after that game. Because I think nobody's beaten City and Arsenal so far. I think City and Arsenal are going to do the best.
I think the Carabao final is going to be a real a weather vane and see which way things are
Some
going.
people say it's not going to be a game changer.
And what Mo's saying is like the boundary between Arsenal walking with the league and running away with it is like 8 points, and Arsenal in crisis is like a lead of 5 points, and there's no like in between. They have to like go from one to the other, and I hate Neville because he's responsible for it. He'll be like Arsenal are crap, and then the next day he'll be like, oh, they're going to win against Man City. I'm predicting it now. I'm so edgy, and then the next day he'll be like, oh, and people were saying they were going to win the Carabao final. Like, what is this? He's like, he's arguing with himself most of the time. It's just bullshit. Anyway, stop.
I love Gary Neville. He's actually a fantastic pundit. I think.
He's a fool.
But you know why he's a fantastic pundit? Because of what he does. Because of the agendas that he runs. Sometimes he speaks factually.
No one
Sometimes
invited
he
him
says
to
stuff.
this party. He's not part of our team. He should just leave predictions alone. Right? Just stay out of it.
Let's play a game. Who here thinks, objective opinion, that City are going to win this? Most likely, in their head, City are going to win the league or closer to win the league. Remember, the difference is on paper, if City beat Palace in their game, it's 2 points. Marshall?
I remember we had this conversation. I think the reason I think it's still going to be City is because I feel that because of the way, listen, take away yesterday's game because it's also Spurs. Like, I'm not good that you won the way you won and it was a good performance, but I think we've seen Arsenal play like that a lot less this season than we've seen them play their more defensive game. And I do think at some point when you're just being defensive and the attack is poor, you're going to drop more points because you're defending results. You're trying not to concede, but you're not really scoring goals. I think the way that City play, with Guehi now in the team and Donnarumma, they've been a lot better defensively. I think they can see through it through the rest of the season. They might still drop points, don't get me wrong, but like I do see them picking up more points than Arsenal just because they have an attack to go out there. Like, you can pick 3 games where, City might lose 1 and then pick up 2 wins, but you could see Arsenal maybe drawing 2 and then having a win. Like, it's at some point the math is gonna overtake.
What about the Man City second half issue?
Yeah.
What do you think of the second half issue?
So I want, go ahead.
Second half issue.
Did you watch the second half? It was.
Oh, yeah, the second half of the game.
Like, it was nervous.
We always drop off. Every game we've dropped off.
Maybe that could be an issue, but you also have players that are in that team that have done it before. Like Rodri is looking a little better now. Haaland, he has won. Like, they have the mentality to finish the job, whereas Arsenal, they probably have the mentality to motivate themselves to really get it done and not come in second again. But I think Martin's also got the big one is that Carabao Cup final. Like, if Arsenal can win that, then I think that actually fuels a huge fire for Arsenal to finish off the job and win the league. If they lose that, I think they just drop down to what they always usually do in the past seasons, is just capitulate. And we've seen the stats, like in February or towards the end of the season. I believe it's in February. No, it's actually towards the end of the season. Arsenal pick up a lot less points than City. So I'm just going to base it off of history. I'm going to base it off the mentality. I'm going to base it off of the fact that I've never seen Arsenal do it. And I'm going to base it off of the fact that the style of play to me is not the type of style of play that I think it could win you the league if you're airtight, like completely like no goals, like, you know, the 15 goals or the how many clean sheets United kept with Rio and Vidic. Like if you're that defense, and you guys just aren't that defense, in my opinion.
I've got a controversial opinion on what's going to be the deciding factor, and I think it's the Arsenal fans. We've got seven home games out of the last 10 games, so we've only got 3 away games left, and we do pretty well in away games. Like we're pretty strong. I don't know. They handle themselves, but the anxiousness of the Arsenal fan base is going to cost us a goal a game on the way in, unless the fans like find their backbone and stop shitting the bed every time some slightly bad news happens. That kind of energy is going to feed into the team. And unfortunately, they've got to find some way to be like, pretend that we've won it before and get that confidence without having it before. Otherwise, we're not going to be cheering the fan on. And I was saying this on Mo's stream yesterday on a chat, like, we're going to celebrate this team after they've won the league. And right up until they win the league, we're going to be like, oh my God, this team sucks. Like, oh, it's so frustrating. Why don't they just win? And like that energy, like in the crowd, you'll see it. You see it in the second half. It like gets the ball, makes dangerous situations, makes players nervous, makes them make bad decisions. So we're going to figure that out. I don't have a lot of faith in the Arsenal fans doing that.
What do you think, Cram? Who do you think in your mind is better? Like Marshall actually dissected it very well.
I still think Arsenal are still the better team, regardless. Man City at this moment, there's still question. Problem is, there's not a lot of answers being said. I think Arsenal answered us a couple questions, but not all the questions about them. Man City, there's still question marks about whether they're actually up for it, whether this team is of the level to go and win this title. Like you said in the Newcastle game, it should have been out of mind in that game. Like Semenyo had a couple of chances. Haaland, if he was a little bit more clinical, made the right decision, had a couple of chances. I still have a couple of question marks about them. And the fact that Arsenal are in a good position, they are 5 points clear, just makes them, just still hasn't changed my mind about the situation. I said before, Arsenal will win the league title, in my opinion, but there's still question marks about them and City. Some of those questions haven't been answered, so I'm still going to maintain my thought process until I see something different.
I got a question for you guys. If we go to the Etihad and get a draw, is that a good result?
Well, title to Arsenal. Title Arsenal.
Like if we stay ahead, like stay 2 points ahead.
Points then, isn't it? That's 2 points then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Assuming we win out to that point.
And I got Patrick as well. I want to hear from Patrick as well about this. Yeah. You think your team now is good enough to win the league?
Look, for me, it's I think this Man City team, right, compared to the time when we played Arsenal at the Emirates, I have a feeling that because we played Arsenal at the Emirates and we almost got away with it, almost got away to 1-0. I just feel like for us to win this league, we have to, both Arsenal and City have to end up somehow, even if we both drop points, we have to end up with a 2-point gap or a 3-point gap. I just feel like we have to play each other out, and that's when it decides that, okay, this person's going to win it. Because
I think that game is going to decide the league. You think that game is going to decide the league?
I personally feel if Arsenal come with, I think it will depend on what Arsenal come with. If Arsenal come with a 5-point gap at the Etihad, I don't think the game will be that exciting. I think the boys will be like, you know what, even if we win this, it'll still be 2 points. They can continue going. But if they come in with a 2-point gap or even a 1-point gap or we're somewhere so close, I just feel like Arsenal are not leaving that stadium with a win. I think I'm going to
tell you, I think the opposite. I think if Arsenal go to that stadium not needing to lose, I think if your logic is
2 points,
if Arsenal are leading by 1 point and they gotta get a draw, this Arsenal team is not gonna lose. They're gonna shit house their way into a draw. They have done it, and they can do it. They have done it with 10 men. Arsenal will get a draw if they need a draw. Arsenal will not lose if they need a draw. If Arsenal need the win, I think City win. You see where I'm coming from?
Wait. How many points?
If Arsenal are behind City and Arsenal need a win, Arsenal will lose.
Yeah.
Can I ask you how many games left after that? After we play them, how many games are left? That's the question.
Five.
Five.
So wait.
Five
So
games.
you're telling me that if there's 1 point between Arsenal and City, Arsenal come to the Etihad just to get a draw.
Yeah.
That's risky, though.
It's risky, but they'll do it. It's not. It's whether they'll.
They aren't gonna fall into the bro. Anybody,
Martin, I have a question for you. Because the reason I'm hesitant to even agree that it goes to Arsenal if it's a draw is because what was it, 2 seasons ago? Wasn't that the same strategy Arteta did? He got a draw and then he ended up losing the league.
We were like 10, 12 games out or something. It was a fair way up.
10, 12 games. There was 12 games left.
Okay.
Yeah, there's quite a few games left.
So you think Arteta's going to do the same thing though? He's not going to try to go for it.
I don't think he's going to make the same mistakes. Maybe he'll make new mistakes, but
I don't think they're scared of us though. You guys are not scared of us anymore. I think you guys will go at us.
I mean, you're not the same City you were before either.
That's the thing.
No, they won't. No, they won't. City are deadly on the counterattacks.
It could be decided by other teams, right? Like it could be decided by the last day. You guys play Aston Villa, and Emery could do the funniest thing of win Arsenal.
Aston Villa is a difficult game, to be honest. Yeah.
But we could give it away against what I really like about this season, and people have been saying the league's crap. I like that there's not a huge gap between the top and the middle and the bottom. Anyone can beat anyone. I think that it really makes the whole thing way. It's stressful, but it makes the whole league way more unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Like Liverpool, no one saw Liverpool getting out of the top 5 after winning the league and spending 500 million. They were guaranteed for the league. This is a crazy situation to be in, and we could have Spurs getting relegated.
2 in a row, I should say. Yeah.
I will show you the actual remaining fixtures, all of them together in one page.
Okay, before the Arsenal game, who are we playing?
I'm gonna show you exactly the remaining fixtures, all of them actually. They're right here. Just give me a second. The remaining fixtures are right here. Here we go. Save, upload.
There's also the unknown of the Champions League and how that's going to the fixtures, how that's going to knit into
you guys are in 4 competitions still,
yeah.
So are Man City.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to play.
Have we had the situation before where the 2 people in the title race are in the Carabao final against each other? Does that Liverpool? Did you guys ever do that?
We played Chelsea in the final, and they went in the title race at that point.
Okay, because that's before it was
stop that sentence there.
It was always Chelsea.
They were meant to challenge, but they flopped badly.
Let me do this by the time it uploads. Arsenal don't take any Spurs players if they go down. One of the best things will happen if Spurs go down.
Kulusevski's an Arsenal fan.
Kulusevski would, you take Kulusevski, bro. What we doing?
I'll take that defender, Van de Ven.
I would take Kulusevski.
I'll take Vuskovic from Tottenham as well.
Solanke's an Arsenal fan. I mean, why not throw him in there?
Robert, if Spurs go down, I think it would be better for the league. Before Man City and Arsenal play, I think it's going to be fantastic for the league if Spurs go down.
I'll be happy. That's my 6 points gone. They keep taking.
We haven't had a big scalp go down in a long time, except Everton.
I know. I have a reason for it, Ram. I have a reason for it. Spurs are like this ugly girl that is in the strip club and she has to actually get clients, but she shouldn't be part of that. You know what I mean? She shouldn't. She doesn't belong there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And I'm like,
what a strip club is.
they keep my point about it. They keep shoving Spurs with the top 6. Spurs top 6. Yeah, maybe they have 2 league titles. Everton has more league titles. Villa have more league titles. Spurs have more league titles.
Hey.
Who's going to get us in trouble? He's
Yeah.
literally going to get us in trouble. All of us.
I'm serious here, bro. Seriously, Spurs. I need people to stop talking about Spurs as a big club. They aren't a big club. And Postecoglou went on the overlap and said, this club is not big. They don't think like a big club. They aren't part of the big clubs. They aren't.
We are, mate.
Terrible analogy. Maybe it's a terrible analogy.
I don't know what this club
Maybe
is.
It's a terrible analogy.
The new coach is already giving up on him.
Let me read this just quickly. Then before Man City and Arsenal play Chelsea at home, while Man City play at Stamford Bridge. Those 2 games are very important to me, which brings me to the this as well. If you look at this, these are the games that both will play before each other.
Those are difficult games for both sides, you know.
Yeah. But it does level itself out because obviously City have got one extra hard game, but they've got one extra easy game, so it's kind of like
Leeds away. They lost at home. Leeds away.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so I genuinely believe that City, even though City have more green, I believe that City have tougher games, right? Leeds away, Everton away, that's tough for City. Chelsea away, that's tough for City.
No, West Ham away is Arsenal. Arsenal is Everton.
No, you play Everton away. They play Everton at home.
Forest will be hard, man.
No. You play. Look at the picture. You play Everton away. They play Everton at home.
Oh yeah. You're right about that.
Right. I think Bournemouth away for City. Bournemouth away for City is tough. You know what I mean?
West Ham is also a tough game, to be honest.
West Ham is a tough game, but West Ham, Arsenal play them away. You play them away as well, so they cancel each other.
Sort of.
The games are balanced, you know. We're playing the same teams. If you look at it, we're playing identical teams. We're playing Chelsea, they're playing Chelsea. We're playing West Ham, they're playing West Ham. Crystal Palace, Burnley. It's a balanced competition.
Everton.
Everton.
Yeah, I mean, any of those.
The Chelsea game is the game that I'm looking at for City. To be honest,
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, Chelsea will take points.
Hey, don't count
Chelsea are taking points from City. Just what? Chelsea will take points from City. Because you know what? Chelsea play at the level. When they find a very high level team, they play at that level. Just what?
Patrick, when was the last time we taken points off of you? Come on, man.
This year.
You did. You did this year.
This year?
Chelsea, Chelsea.
I don't even remember, man. This has been a blackout year. I don't even want
to. And it was a bad Chelsea team.
Enzo Fernandez scored in the last minute. What are you doing?
Shit, that did
I swear I'm not going crazy. I swear you know.
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
the interim manager guy. Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Chelsea
that.
drew 1-1 with Dan Potts managing. Dan Potts was managing Chelsea.
So. I was blinded by rage that day. I'm sorry.
Was it actually
we were so bad. We were so bad that game. Patrick, we were horrible that game. You guys should have won. And then we jammed it up.
I want to ask a question that I had with Hussam yesterday, and it's pressing on me. And I'm glad I haven't everyone. I was talking to Hussam yesterday, and he was talking about player of the season. And I'm like, and he's like, Declan Rice will win. And I'm like, yeah, but if Arsenal win the league, he's like, no, the voting happens in March. And based on how it's going, in March, there will be no decider then. We don't know. Who do you guys think is going to be player of the season this season in March?
It's difficult to point out.
This is why I asked the question. If it's easy, I wouldn't have asked it, Patrick.
But okay, let's be honest. If we're being honest, right? If we're being honest, every season, the guy who's got the highest assists and has got high assists or high goal scoring like Haaland wins it automatically, the same way as Salah did. I know my young player of the season, Nico O'Reilly, young player of the season.
They should put Hall of Famers as the pundits.
I know that Nico O'Reilly will win young player of the season.
Yeah, he has to.
We all know this, right? But who's going to win player of the season?
I think Rice, man. Rice has been good. Let's be honest.
You guys think that Rice will win player of the season this season?
I can't think of anyone else that stand out this season.
It depends on the trophy, isn't it?
You know what? I actually think that people will actually vote for Haaland.
Haaland.
I actually think that people will vote for Haaland.
No,
wait, that's if City win the title, right?
No, it's in March. It's in March. It's actually.
To be honest with you, I would be surprised because every football fan is twerking for Haaland after the last performance. But that's the most complete performance I've ever seen. My striker, so maybe
no one talking.
That's a tough one. I actually think it's gonna go.
You see how tough it is? There is no standout player.
Even the signing of the season. Who's the signing of the season? At the point in time, it was Cherokee. It was a Ekitike. It's just
signing of
you
the
gotta
season.
put Ekitike in the same category. You can interchange him.
Gyokeres, my ass, bro.
Well, get that, brother. Man went like 8 games without getting a shot on goal.
As long as we don't say Zubamendi, I'm happy. I'm not having a Zubamendi signing of the season thing.
It's going to be difficult, but you're right though. People vote for the safe option that nobody will laugh at you.
Safe option is the top goal, and I think Haaland is moving up to
number 2. So he's number 2 on the assist. What
about Semenyo? I think Semenyo gets a shout.
Oh yeah,
for player of the season.
No, signing of the season, bro.
Signing of the season.
They never
Maybe
get
player
signing of the season in the January one. They never.
Hey,
do
Luis
that.
Diaz got 21-22. He got signing of the season, I think. Or
he was incredible.
It was Kulusevski. I know, but to be fair, everyone was a flop. Every signing in that summer transfer window was a flop. It was
To be
bad.
fair, I think. Oh, hold on. To be fair, if City do win the league, you could make an argument Donnarumma signing of the season because that changed that defense.
That's a shout.
He actually did change that.
No,
defense.
do you know
Guys,
what?
by the way, I'm just gonna be completely honest with everyone. I wanted to speak about this.
Igor Thiago.
Pep Guardiola has improved Donnarumma's footwork by about 300% within some months. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Left foot, right foot, pinging it exactly where he wants. And I'm like, Pep, how many hours is this guy staying after training to literally do this? He's ridiculous with his feet now. He's like Raya. He's ridiculous with his feet. How can you be that good with your feet just after some months of being crap? Oh, shit. With his feet.
Can I be honest though?
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I actually think the only problem with Donnarumma is literally the crosses. He's so not
on corners.
dominant.
Yeah, he's horrible on corners. He's horrible.
He's so not dominant. He's so not dominant in the air. Well, you look at Sanchez, you look at Raya yesterday was ridiculous in the air, to be honest. Sanchez is always good in the air. Donnarumma, shot stopping, yeah, he's absolutely been fantastic this season. Distribution, he's been way better than what I thought. In the beginning of the season, he didn't pass well. And then now I see the pass. The passes are very well. But in the air, he's not like amazing.
What's wrong with him though? Like even somebody told me from PSG that, oh, you guys are gonna struggle with corners. I was like, the guy is so tall. And you know what's funny? Even when he stands, he's so tall, but every time the ball comes in, he wants to punch it. Or he just sits
flops
there.
Yeah,
shout out Raya for that save yesterday, by the way.
He flaps a lot.
Yeah.
He flaps a lot.
Yeah, that save. I think that save kind of seed the game out. Like you saw the game out from that save. It was
line, right?
This is the moment where Spurs said, "Okay, we're done here.
Yeah,
it's finished."
Can I be honest though? If we're being honest also, and if we're not being jealous and we're not being people with agendas, I'm impressed by Zubamende. The reason why I'm impressed by Zubamende is sometimes when you don't talk much about the DM, I know sometimes we'll look at him and say, wow, but if you don't talk much about the DM and the system just keeps rotating, Zubamende has actually been a success. And I think I understand why in the Euro when Rodri went down, Zubamende just came in and replaced
He's
Rodri
an improvement
like
on
he's very good.
What's his name? Thomas Partey.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very good. So he can be the signing of the season too.
I just wanted to imagine this Arsenal team with a Caicedo as a DM.
I don't want to though.
Yeah,
I don't want to imagine too. I don't.
Just imagine
it
it's
was
Caicedo.
Close. That was close 3 years ago. Remember in January they tried to sign him.
Yeah,
really
they tried to sign him. It was very close. Yeah, but I think still the problem with Arsenal is the playmaker.
Could have, could have, should have, would have. Don't care.
Can I ask something? Would this Arsenal team? Would this Arsenal team do well with Haaland? Would they win a title with Haaland as the striker? Let's say if Haaland was the striker instead.
This would be our fourth.
If Haaland was the striker at Arsenal,
that'll be their fourth Premier League title in a row. How about that?
Yeah.
No.
150 goals in 180 games or something.
No, but you're assuming that you're gonna have Kevin De Bruyne.
They got a superstar.
They've
got Odegaard.
They got KDB now.
They got Mr. Odegaard scared. They got Odegaard scared to pass to the forward. They got Odegaard scared.
Odegaard's doing his VR training,
passing.
And they got Odegaard with the VR, not passing the ball forward.
What about Bukayo Saka, one of the most creative wingers in the world, Mo? How about that?
That's fair.
The Bukayo Saka, you know what? I was in a massive debate about Bukayo Saka's game yesterday. I didn't think he had a good game. I thought he had an average game. Not great. Got dispossessed a lot of time.
But I've heard so many opinions on that yesterday. Someone was saying he was the man of the match. Match of the day he had like 8 stats where he was the best. Like he had 22 duels.
Didn't he create the chance for the first goal?
Big chances.
But the dribble itself was a little bit like. But let me tell Martin, because someone DM'd me. I know some people DM me, and then this guy DM'd me. I'm like, Mo, you have the agenda stuff and this. So in terms of shots, they're like Saka is first, but you haven't mentioned that the 2 shots on target he had, because that's 5 shots. This is how you manipulate a stat, right? To show the people on the screen so people fall for the trap. Let me just tell you, shots, they said 5. He's number 1. Yes, but the 2 shots on target were 1-on-1s and he should have scored and he missed them.
Yeah, but those 2 1-on-1s he doesn't normally do. It was kind of good to see. He doesn't do a lot of running centrally onto balls from like Raya and like.
But you should finish them.
He should finish them, and that's my argument why he shouldn't be man of the match. I think Gyokeres.
And also, see,
there's a 4-minute comp of Gyokeres, and he literally has the best game of his life. So there's no way Saka.
Yeah. I'm not saying, but I'm just talking about Saka. Let me just tell you guys how the stats are being manipulated in front of people's eyes. Dribbles, they chose 7. He's first on the pitch. Yeah, but he only completed 2 dribbles, and he's like number. But so you didn't show dribbles completed. You showed the attempted dribbles, and he's first. Yes, he attempted 7. Fine, great, fantastic. Total duels 22, but you haven't showed how many duels he won. You're just saying duels. Duels, anybody can have a duel.
No, he won. I think he won 9 out of 22 or something like that.
Which is
not huge.
It's an okay percentage. It's not bad.
It's okay.
You know what I mean?
One thing
that's my point, guys. My point about it is, I didn't think that he had a great game yesterday for his level. I don't think that Saka lived up to the world-class level yet this season. And if Arsenal are to win the title, Saka needs to step up. Yeah, yesterday Eze stepped up, Gyökeres stepped up, but Saka needs to step up.
I think he gets he gets kicked so much, and people don't see them as fouls. It's the weirdest thing with Saka. I don't know, but like the mission from Jed Spence was to like come in and take out his ankles every time, and they won't even get fouls for it, let alone a card. So I don't know. It's hard for him. But
let me do this so we can finish the show. Every team need to come together and donate a point a week and save Spurs Foundation. We all need our three points. By the way, next season, starting with Liverpool. I don't think so. I think the league will be better. I think the reason why I want Spurs to get relegated is a very simple, it's a very simple reason. Because that will end the world top 6, right?
Yep.
And now it's going to be back to what it's supposed to be, which is the top 5 teams, actually.
Top 4.
Chelsea,
actually.
Arsenal. Man City. You cannot just rule out Man City.
Robert, if you replace Spurs with West Ham...
Will Man City have 10 league titles, a Champions League, numerous cups, and a treble? We're not going to rule them out.
Yeah.
They are a top
No,
team
I'm
in
telling you,
England.
originally it was the top 4, then it became the top 6.
the thing I worry
Who
about
are the
with Spurs,
4th team in the top 4? Go ahead,
Liverpool.
Martin. Go ahead, Martin.
Liverpool,
I think I'm worried about with
Arsenal.
Spurs is that Man City will get an extra 6 points a season if Spurs.
Yeah, I'll be so happy. I'll be happy, man. I don't want to see it. And you know what? I'm telling you this now. If Spurs go down, Spurs are not coming back for a long time.
No, let's not go that
I think
far.
they'll come back up. They'll come
They
right
have
back
to.
up.
They'll bounce back up.
You're
Don't
saying
worry.
that as a hater because you can't get points.
No. Did you guys hear this story? Which is funny. Did you see the new Spurs manager? He's already said this club there's something wrong with the players. Says it's a disease. He's already saying it.
What's the point of
Yeah, he's
Spurs?
saying
You
it.
see him
Yeah,
on
he's
the
saying it in the
touchline. He
press.
was telling Van
He's
der
not-
Ven
no,
he's
in the
not
press,
listening.
he says-
move up and he wouldn't want to do it.
So more, he says this. He changed it at the end because he doesn't want to be in trouble. But it's like there's something wrong with the
Hold on.
players and the mentality.
What are you
Then he
doing here?
flipped and changed
Are
it.
you back?
No, the show ended, didn't it? So I thought you lot were still alive. Yeah, I'm saying. So I thought,
He says there's
What
something
show
wrong with
is
the Spurs
that?
players.
What show is that?
no, I just got invited onto a Chelsea Man United show, innit? Like, so I was
boy.
like, so I was just talking. Thingy.
Cause some ruckus.
Which channel? Which channel?
It was Ches. You know Ches? You know Chez's?
Oh, Ches.
Ches.
Wait,
He
Ches
invited
does
me. He only invited. I thought I didn't know what the show was. I just told me Ches Man United, so I said, "Alright, cool. I'll agree to do it."
Ches does
Only like
content.
34 minutes, so do you get what I'm saying?
Man's busy. Man's busy.
Like,
man's too busy
I've been watching.
to
I've been
me.
watching it. So I just seen you lot are still alive, innit? So I thought I'll just jump.
Ches
on.
is too busy
Can I
to
ask-
chat to
Tudor
us,
is
man.
Tudor.
Can I ask you
man.
something?
That's what I'm talking
More.
about.
Can I ask you something? This is the 4th manager at Spurs who said there's something wrong with the players. Where do you go forward with this? Because every
Change the
manager
water.
come in there and say there's something wrong here.
Get relegated. That's hopefully bury him, mate.
Thank
Do
you.
know what I'm saying?
Are we-
They
are
get
we
League
come
One,
back?
Conference
Really?
League, something like that. That club is dusted, mate. Yeah,
Ramos, I have more respect for West Ham than I do for Spurs, bro. Come on.
Do you know what's mental? Like, people actually thought
Save
Spurs were
West
going to
Ham.
win yesterday. You know, people, real life human beings thought Spurs were going to do something yesterday. Real life human beings. They
A
saw
lot
that
of you did.
Archie Gray is at wing back, and they thought,
Yeah. that
oh
was
yeah,
bad,
Archie Gray up against a Capia, he's going to do something.
That
Do you
was-
get what I'm
that was
saying?
rough.
They had Conor
Poor Archie
Gallagher
Gray.
on the left wing. Conor Gallagher on the left wing. And
Let
they
me-
thought, because, Arsenal are
Do-
bottling it.
do-
It doesn't matter how
do-
bad
do-
Arsenal are. Arsenal would have to give Spurs goals.
Nah,
for
you
them to
can
do something.
scumbag your way to something against Arsenal. You just have to be a bit. You have to be a
They
big
nearly did.
scumbag.
No, only if Arsenal give you the goal.
Actually, all the time, that is a very false narrative. most of the times Arsenal dropped points, it was Arsenal mistakes. Literally, people scumbag.
Yeah, scumbag.
Like there is a difference between when City lose a half or a game, they are like terrible. Like against Chelsea, second half, they let the ball like they didn't score. Chelsea had chances. Against Spurs in the second half, Spurs were closer to win. Against Man United, City were nowhere to be found. But for you to win against Arsenal, Gabriel has to make a mistake. Raya has to make a mistake. Zubamendi has to make a mistake. You'd have to score like a Man United, like a world-class goals. Like the Dorgo goal or the Cunha goal. It have to be world-class goals to win against Arsenal.
Scumbag. You can still scumbag. Anyone can scumbag their way to a win, Mo.
No, you're right about that, but I'm saying the only way that Spurs are going to do anything is if Arsenal actually gifted them the points. And Spurs are genuinely that. They honestly actually are going to go down. They might actually go down. Do you know what I'm saying?
How many points are they? What points do they have?
They're on 29 because they went on. Their man Crystal Palace went on some mad, like decent run at the start of the season, which has kept them above the relegation zone. But
I'm not sure if you guys have seen that.
Fulham away. They've got they've got Fulham away. They've still got some tough games coming up. They've got Liverpool away coming up. They've got Chelsea away coming up. They've got so many.
It depends the teams down there, though. If the teams down there are going to perform enough to drag them down, because that was the issue last season.
Guys, one of the best clips is Fuad telling Lias something last season. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this.
Dude, this clip. Yeah, I saw this clip.
I love that clip.
He should be banned.
Is one of the best clips I have seen on the internet. Fuad would like to sit in there and like, yeah, talk your talk, bro. Talk your talk. That clip was amazing. It's actually fantastic. Let me do this so we can get out of here, people. Bruno Fernandes, if he breaks the assist record, he ain't still breaking top 10 best ever players in the Premier League. He ain't.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever
chance.
you guys do.
Who said that? Who was?
There is some people said that if he breaks the assist record, he will break top 10 best ever players in the Premier League.
No. Top 10 midfielders.
Like some people said that, and there was a massive debate on Twitter about this. Gyokeres, I think, is just learning the APL, so I would give him one more season. I think someone came on this show and said that there is no striker ever that worked after flopping in the first season. So if you want to consider Gyokeres a flop this season, he will be like the outlier.
Oh, that's not that's technically not true.
Is that true?
Technically, that's not true.
Someone said that. Okay.
Because you could argue. I mean, he had a half season, but Luis Suarez in his first season was was not very good. Was not good.
Like how many goals he scored?
Huh?
How many goals?
I think it was like 11.
I think Gyokeres has surpassed Drogba's first season.
Hang on, let me check. He didn't score a lot of goals in his first season. In his first full season, he kind of struggled a little bit.
Drogba won the league, mate.
Hey, we're just talking about strikers here. Don't bring in these like bullshit
and what about if Arsenal? So if Arsenal win the league, then touchline. If Arsenal win the league, then
Suarez scores.
I think Gyokeres is the flop though if they win the league and he scores 15.
Suarez scored 11 in his first full season. First full season for Liverpool was 11, and then he scored 23, and then
that is horrible. That is horrible.
It's very bad.
This would.
I'm trying to think. Is there any strikers that have that first season they flopped, and then the second?
I don't know. Maybe that was completely false. Maybe that is not true. Like Chris Wood, yeah, maybe.
Would you count? But the question is, would you count Suarez because he did join in the January?
Yeah, it would count Suarez.
Okay, you would. Okay,
I think players need at least 6 months, like
Henry
pre-passage to do what they do, like as they learn to get in the Premier League, and then it's on. Like, by the end of the first season, you really need to be showing something.
You see, that's the thing is that some people that they keep judging these new strikers based on Haaland's performance. That's why they keep judging that. That's what I'm saying. I was talking to a fan, an Arsenal fan. I was like, "Oh, but look at Haaland." I was like, "You can't compare. Haaland was dunking on teams while he's playing in Norway. Like you can't.
Wolfie.
Let's Ekitike was offside.
Don't indulge Wolfie. Stop it. Wolfie, I saw you on Coppish yesterday, bro. I beg, just hold that, please. Just hold that. You can't do anything.
Let's end the show on this, guys. Let's end the show.
You know what? I used to tolerate Wolfie. Yeah, back in the I used to tolerate Forest.
I love Wolfie.
But since I met Wolfie, because I have a vested interest with Forest. Obviously, my dad being a Forest fan. But since I met Wolfie, I want to go into every game and just beat the crap out of them. I swear to God.
Nice title defense. Tell him. Only big clubs
can
will
be above Spurs.
Let's actually listen to this before we end the
You know
show.
you're finishing bottom half next year. I promise you I won't be there. I won't be there with you. You think we're mud brothers, we're not. You see that trophy I just took? I've risen above you now. I'm looking down on you.
Because I know what this confidence you have, yeah. Keep the same energy next season.
You know, let your nuts hang.
I'm not gonna be the one to gas United to finish top. Keep the same energy about Spurs though, huh? But there's no way we finish this low.
Summer hasn't happened yet.
But I'm telling you now, Spurs will
they're
not
already
be
losing their best defender.
bottom half next season. I can comfortably say that.
When transfer's been done, let's chat about it.
I might start talking crazy if we get the right transfers.
Who are you gonna sign?
Don't worry.
I'm not worried. Who are you gonna sign?
You focus on United. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm more than focused on United.
Don't
There's
worry.
one man already.
Who, Cunha? The guy with the highest walking stats in the league.
This guy would walk into their team. What's he on about?
This is actually fantastic.
Hello.
It's actually amazing.
And
actually
they were getting gassed because they signed this guy, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Another Bundesliga
This
flop.
got me. Wow, the chest.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, just
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. I dealt with it at the start of the season. They're in the Champions League race with Newcastle.
Now I really want them to get
Chelsea.
relegated.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just hilarious, mate. Honestly,
be the best thing ever. But listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us. Touchline facts in the description. Casual EFC, the Ram stand, of course, True City fan and Paz the creator. Appreciate everyone, guys, that joined us, of course.
This is Martin, the
Don't
creator.
you ever
here.
do
Fuck
that.
Pass.
Don't you ever do that celebration
Pass.
again, please.
Oh, I hate that celebration.
And Martin, of course, you'll see Martin here on sad streams, on other streams as well. Appreciate you guys for being here. This will take you to Football Terrace. I will see you guys tonight after Man United smash Everton and actually go closer to Aston Villa tonight. I'll see you on MHF, myself and Osam. And now Osam will be in the mud. I think you're going to win the game.
We'll see.
I'm ready. Bro, I'm ready for Man United being good again. I'm ready. I'm
I thought
ready.
you hate us. You said you hate us.
Just don't win or don't draw.
You don't
so
understand.
That you can make the title race
I am-
interesting, or the top four
I'm a
race
content
interesting.
creator, broski. I'm a content creator. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
job. That's my full-time job.
And do you know what the funny thing
Man
is?
United being good is the best thing that ever happened. I don't want you to win the league. I would
Because
want you to win the league.
we're the biggest club in the country, so I hear it. Do you get what I'm saying?
And
Because
your
when we're-
fan base talks the most
I'm
as well.
I mean,
I
that's
actually
ironic
think
coming from
that
you lot, innit? Fucking hell.
Bro, I'm gonna tell
I
you, best.
I
best
mean,
summer
compare
ever.
us to you. There is no comparison. You talk
Probably
the
I've
most.
done probably.
Oh,
There are some
mate.
people that have done content. Ram have done content more than me probably on this. Maybe Marshall as well. Best
Respect.
summer was the 2023 summer when Man United came third under Ten Hag. That summer was the most enjoyable summer I've had on YouTube. The Man United fans came out of the bushes. They came out. And they are like, we had better season than Arsenal. We're challenging next season. We're better than this. And I'm like, this is real content. It's real arguments and content. So I believe it's going to be fantastic if Man United
You're
finish third.
basically an ambulance chaser.
Do you remember? No, I prefer to.
Don't worry, bro.
Favorite,
Don't worry,
the best
we'll be
one.
back on our purge soon, though.
Back to that purge, yes.
I said back on the purge. The best one was 21-22 when they signed all these players, and then afterwards they were like, "Oh, maybe."
No, to be fair, my favourite summer was this summer
when
you broke the British transfer record twice and end up.
Oh, look at
currently
this
you're in
guy!
fifth place.
Well,
Look
I'm going
at
to tell you
this
guys
guy.
something. Teams not doing good. It has banter for a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, a month, and then it gets boring. Look at Chelsea. It's boring. It's boring. It's nothing to talk about. I'll see you guys next, and we're out of here.